Greetings. Hee. Hello to me, I'm a little late today. If you saw my random post on Discord. So I was doing my usual pre-stream nippy nap. Bean got me. He got me with the cuddles. He doesn't usually come cuddle when I'm taking my pre-stream nippy nap. But he hopped right on up and he curled up next to me and he started purring. And I couldn't resist. I was too weak. Alas. So yeah, I'm a few minutes late today because of that. I'm a few minutes late because of that. Speaking of being, it looks like he wants to get out. We're doing more Sister of the Paranoia today, so it's gonna be a pretty chill stream anyway. I'm gonna let Bean out really quick. One second. Alright, the bean has been released.
Hello everyone,
I'm Scott, president of Domino's Pizza. Have you heard of Hatsune Miku? Today, I'd like to announce a new collaborative project featuring Hatsune Miku. Domino's app featuring Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku exists in a software called Vocaloid. Vocaloid was used to produce songs. A character named Hatsune Miku sings the songs you create. A great feature is you can create songs as you like. I know our talented Domino's Pizza crew could work together and create great Vocaloid songs. Vocaloid, Esi, Chokyoshi, Furitsukeshi. Everyone! Amazing Vocaloid songs have been created with the fantastic imaginations of the crew from all over Japan. The challenge is successfully carried out, and this new collaborative app was produced. Domino Pizza. Based on Miku's image, the Domino's app changed its appearance. A lot of music and illustrations produced by the Domino's crew are here. From the menu to the order, it looks very cute, just like Miku. Once your pizza's delivered, have some fun with Miku! It comes with a social camera function and you can take various poses, pictures of Miku. Very cool. And last but not least, the live performance! Start the pizza stage live and point the camera towards the pizza box, and the pizza box will turn into a live dancing venue. A live performance of Love for Night, produced by Domino's crew. Here we go! Let's enjoy the rest of the performance with the app! I became... I went bald for a second. Oh goodness. I didn't think you would do that. I became bald for a second. Alright. I'm gonna drink some water. Hold on, I'm drinking some water. Yeah, this is later. Alright. We're doing more yapping today, crazy style. With Sister of the Paranoia. I can't wait to see the gruesome deaths. Oh goodness, I gotta let Bean back in again. 1 second. Never mind. Never mind. How many questions about the hair color? I did that on the fly. Super cool style. I knew that setting up that hair color group would come in handy. But yeah, does this game have multiple endings? I don't know if this game has multiple endings, but if it does, we gotta go for all the endings. I wonder if there's an option to kill or not kill everybody. I don't know. We're not gonna find out until we play the game, so let's get it open right now. I'll probably turn the volume down a bit, because I turned the volume back up for pay. Do, 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 do. Ba, 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 da, da. Ba, 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 da, da. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. I'll turn the volume down. Will this be good? It is unknown. Well, we'll put it here. We'll put it here. And if it's too quiet, I turn it back up. If it's too loud, I turn it back down. Boom. This one. Okay, we just started our second run on Caterpillar? Yeah, Caterpillar. Yeah, it was dangerous. My microphone fell. It was. I almost was stuck forever. It was horrible. I was almost stuck forever in the evil cuddle trap. It was really scary. I'm not gonna lie. It was terrifying. Beep boop. Beep boop. I ignore the shuffling sounds. I'm fixing my microphone. It keeps wanting to fall down. What the freak? Don't fall. Why is it wanting to fall? That's very weird. Whatever. Okay. I don't remember any of the voices. I don't remember any of the voices. Which one of these is Tasia? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. Hold on. I can find out easily. I just gotta... Bean! Wait, but... Hmm? I didn't let him back in, but he came back in? What the freak? Okay, yeah, I don't, I'm just gonna do no voices till I figure out who's who again. Until I figure out who's who again, I'm just not gonna do voices. Oh my goodness, welcome back! I am, we just started for the day. I was saying, welcome back! Teleports me to the dark dimension. No! Don't teleport me to the dark dimension! Well, I guess... Is it like a comfy, cozy dark? Like... under blankets in wintertime dark? Or is it like evil dark, like the ocean? Because that chooses whether it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. Aren't we living in the dark dimension? I don't know, it's sunny outside for me. It's sunny outside for me, so it can't be the dark dimension. Unless the sun doesn't rise like that one Twitter event thing they did where the sun didn't go up. I never finished that. I might have turned the volume up. We'll see. Yes! The sun managed. Wasn't there supposed to be like a TV show based on that or something? Wasn't there supposed to be like a TV series or something? I don't know. I could have sworn they were gonna do a TV series. Like the whole thing was like... no bedtime schedule? Yeah. You know, I tried out a bedtime schedule, but I give myself an alarm and it doesn't work half the time. It was still going. Yeah, like, I was watching it for so long and I was keeping an eye on the updates, which was hard because I didn't have a Twitter account. So it was really hard to keep up with the updates. So I was like, I'll just come back when it's done. And I never came back. Okay. Hey, Hasia, what do you think you're gonna do in the future? I don't know. Go to high school? Yeah, but what about after high school? I haven't thought about it. You always have your nose in a book, so how about you go to college and study literature? I really don't care what I do, honestly. Oh, heck! I was gonna do my best. Okay, I'm still gonna do my best. I forgot that I'm gonna do my best today to speak at a normal speed when reading. I have to practice because if I do this voice acting gig that I'm trying to get into, I have to go at a normal pace. I have to speak normal speed and not fast. Yeah, I do. I've got an opportunity to maybe get voice acting in the game. Yes. Reading fast like that is just literally my default. I have to like physically force myself to read slower. I have to like physically force myself to talk slower. It's so hard. I just talk fast. It just happens. I don't know why. I've always been a fast talker. No more 200K words from my VR? Oh. Watch him later. Sir Scatterbug, I choose you! It's the natural zoomies. Exactly! I mean, if you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. If you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. Hee. I don't really care what I do, honestly. Anything but get a job, am I right? I'm not gonna live to work, I can tell you that. So true! So true! So true! Bean wants to go out again. I don't know how he got back in here. 1 second, let me let him back out. Crazy Bean. Crazy Bean. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, why do you guys think I'm a Vtuber? Why do you guys think I'm a Vtuber? I think that if I got a real job, I would die. I think if I got a real job, I would die. I'm not built for that. I gotta become a voice actor because it's like one of the only paths forward for me. Oh, yes, I will come back. It's one of the only paths forward for me. I gotta be a voice actor. I gotta either make it big with art, VTubing, voice acting, something like that. Cause that's all I got. That's all. I'm not built for the mines. I yearn for the mines, but I'm not built for that. I'm not built for that. I can't do that. I can't do that. Come back. My special ability is also to go very high pitched. It's because it's so true. It was so true that I had a very high pitch because the higher pitch means it's more true. This is true. You say that now, but you're gonna end up in some boring old company doing some boring old job. Everyone says they won't, and then everyone does it anyway. Not me! Full anime made by Phia alone? Oh my goodness, that would be the dream if it wasn't for the fact that animating is so ridiculously painful. I've like tried animating like little short clips, like blinking and moving hair. Bouncing ball. Animating is horrible. I hate animating. I hate animating so much. You're telling me I have to draw this and then I have to draw the same thing again? A lot? I already drew it, but I have to draw it again. I have to draw it again? It's horrible. It's horrible. I have to draw it again? I already drew it though, but I have to draw it again. And I have to draw it again and again and again and again. Alas. And all of them have to look good. Does that include you too? I guess so. Sucks. Ooh. We finally made it past the first part of dialogue in the game. We finally passed the first bit of dialogue in the game. Bada boom. I can probably turn the volume up a little bit. There we go. I'll take you a little back. This is pretty good. Yeah. Do we have tricks? They probably do. But I'm not aware of any of them. Let me drink some more water. I'm very thirsty. I actually got my hands on an animator's guide for like professional animators. Like, here's how the professionals do it. I found it and I was like, I'm not an animator, but I'm taking this because I found it and so I'm getting it. Because apparently the way it's being distributed is person to person. You can't just go get it. The person who made it, you can't just go get it from them. They share it with people and then say, you share it with someone, you share it with someone. You can only get it from someone who has it. And I was like, you know what? I'll grab it. Go smart shortcuts, use a video program, plan the scenes yourself. An animation, but instead of drawing everything, I just rig models for every scene and act it. Ika messaged me to hang out again, even though it hasn't been that long since last time. Sounds like he's having some luck with a job hunt. Gonna do a final round interview or something. I don't really give a care. Nobody give a care about fork knife! I don't give a care about fork knife. That's one of the least consequential memes that had a big impact on me. Don't give a care about fork knife. It's put me in a foul mood. I am, at my core, a shitty person. Our friendship would run its course soon anyway. It'll happen naturally, without ill will or intent once he starts working. A stable existence is a given for those capable of leading a respectful life in society. And there's those of us consumed by a petty irritation at their entire upright existence. I suppose I should prepare a parting gift, something to see him off on his new life. We'll walk our separate paths that won't, and shouldn't, ever cross again. The easy route would be to accept the grand fiction that is capitalism. My knee-jerk reaction is to reject other people's religious beliefs. And that's what capitalism is, the blind faith in accumulation. All we unbelievers can do is repudiate it with our stories. I can't admit that we're the abnormal ones here. We're profoundly childish and arrogant. Sorry, man, it's not even about hatred. But I have to reject you, my friend, so that I can remain myself. After all, we're both just struggling to survive. Forgive me. Oni-chan's theme is my favorite song in the game so far. I like Oni-chan's theme. It's my favorite one. Forgot to tell himself what my character is? It's time to remember! Wait, it's a pupa now instead of a wiggler! It's a pupa now instead of a wiggler! He's gonna turn into a butterfly. He's gonna turn into a buggler fly. Whole video game colors that collab with Unravel Play. Yeah, they've got like... You know what I said... When they put Full Metal Alchemist in Fortnite. Back before there was Miku and Skibidi Toilet, I said I'll play Fortnite if they put Full Metal Alchemist. I know that's never going to happen, so that's why I said it. Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Sonic. Running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Sonic's got good music. Wow, for me? You never given me a gift before. It's no biggie. You office guys live and die by your business cards, right? Gotta have something slick to pull it out of. We're giving a business card case. Like that one scene in American Psycho where they're all showing the business cards around. I mean, to have to have a collab to happen? It is for me. It is for me. Because you know what? We're gonna get Ed. If we were to ever get a Fortnite collab for Full Metal Alchemist, this is how it's gonna go. We're gonna get Ed, Al, and then either Envy or Roy, and that's it. Maybe we'll get our token female representation with either Winry or Rizla, but that's all we're getting. That's all we're getting. If we're lucky, maybe some other stuff is like an accessory, but that's it. That's it. They're not gonna drop my baby girl. They're not gonna drop my baby girl. They would never. They're cowards. They would never do it. They would never release my baby girl as a playable character because they're cowards. They're cowards and they're fools. They will die in the grave they've dug. I give him a brand name business card holder as a gift. I want a brand name business card holder, but not to hold my business cards, but to hold other people's business cards. I like to collect artist business cards. I gotta make my own business cards. I'm just gonna be, my goal is to like start selling at artist LAs at conventions next year, so I gotta design business cards. I have like a design that I made up a long time ago, but it's got like mascots on it, and I'm not sure if I want to redesign the mascots. I have no idea how to talk to chicks like that. Just how eager they were when you said you're a writer. They look like Maid Cafe. I want to go to a Maid Cafe. I don't want to hear about my books, though. It's better if you talk about your day-to-day gripes, that kind of stuff. I give him a few pickup tips. I've actually had a chance to go to a Maid Cafe at a convention once, but I didn't because I got scared. I got scared because all of the girls would be like, welcome! I got scared because all the girls would be doting on me, and that sounds scary. I want to go to a maid cafe, but just to watch. I don't want to participate. Because that's too scary. I don't want them to pay attention to me. That's scary. I just want to see them. But I would like to go to a maid cafe. Because that's cute. Speaking of maid cafe, watch Akiba Maid Wars. Best anime. Boom. Are you sure? This book isn't out yet, is it? Man, I've been looking forward to it. I sometimes get pre-release copies from my editor, and they said it's fine to give some away to fans. I give them some of the exclusive items I've been able to get my hands on as an author. Bing, bing. While I earn his gratitude, I sow seeds of guilt and inferiority. The act of giving is one that clearly delineates the haves from the have-nots. Once upon a time, 2 villages got into a gift exchange where each side felt compelled to give back something better than they had received in an ever-escalating competition. Each gift raised the bar for the next until both villages collapsed under the massive economic burden. By the end, they were no longer making gifts, but sacrifices. Even the young people were handed over to the other village, all in service to reputation. That's stupid! What's the point in caring about social standing? Exactly! Let's all just be scums together. I mean, I suppose the 2 villages have a political interest in standing at the top of their little village hierarchy, but this is between friends. It happens because we're obsessed with the object that is ourself. Let's just be scums together! Right now, Igasa is simultaneously experiencing service pleasure and internal inferiority. He's trying to work out what my goal is. Is it kindness or malice? He's trying to convince himself that it's kindness. Sorry, man, but I'm just a shitty guy. I'm 10 times worse than you ever imagined. I'm still bearing a grudge for that time you laughed at me and said I'd end up just another working stiff. Bro, this guy's messed up. Yakiniku house! Ah! That sounds yummy. Shit, man, you're serious? Korean barbecue, your treat. Sure, I've got the cash for my prize winnings and royalties, so I can cover it. You can get me back with your first paycheck. It's a deal, Hasia. Not that I even have the job yet. A farce. How many more await him? So many more. With his bosses, his parents, his partners, his co-workers. Trading empty pleasantries. Foisting coded expressions of favorability upon one another while keeping one's true feelings hidden. All while mistaking financial relationships in the pecking order for genuine trust. Even as we comprehend the reality of it, our collective devotion to capitalism leads us to turn a blind eye to the niceties, helpless before its blessing, the salary. You all keep maintaining the lie. That looks yummy. Eat as much as you like. Igasa chugs his beers. The meat sizzles on the grill. Oh! Alcohol, that poison, eats away at his judgment, gradually erodes his inhibitions. So, do you have your own business cards, Hasia? Nah, I don't need them. I suppose my book is my card, but it'd be a pain in the ass to carry them around, huh? I guess I can't imagine you bowing and exchanging business cards. You're not built for that. I don't know, actually. I have a bunch of corporate experience in meetings and stuff. More than most university students, anyway. Oh, right. Yeah. Why the long face? Come on, you're about to launch your career. You're only gonna be heading up from here. Yeah, moving up by bowing down and browning my nose. That's corporate life for you. Not that I'd know. I know you've always looked down on that stuff. I mean, I think it's shit too. I hate it. But that's just how it is. Seriously, man, what's up with you? Sure, it might seem pointless to me, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Unless my books do well, I'll be trash as far as society's concerned. I get that. Don't get all sad drunk on me. We're pre-celebrating you getting a job. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. The pupa! Alex, look back! I can see it in your eyes, you know. The way you fear people at the same time as you look down on them. Yeah, I know. The resting bitch face. So sue me. That's not what I mean. I can't do what you do. I can't stare the world down like that. I can't tell if it's a compliment or an insult. Bit of both, I guess. Do you think I can hack it in life? I don't know, but you're getting by in college and you're doing okay with the job hunt, so I figure you'll muddle through. Yeah, I guess that's just my life. Muddling through. Could you stop giving me that look? Nope, this is the face I was born with. Thanks for dinner. No need to thank me. It was a celebration. It was really special for me. I mean that. Like, I was grateful, but also, it wasn't all good feelings, you know? I was uneasy, too. I don't know what I'm saying. I bet you'd be able to put these feelings into words. Everyone's scared of change. That's all it is. No, you don't know everything, Hasia. Honestly, it scares me that I've stayed the same all this time. Well, you're gonna become a butterfly. You're going to become a beautiful butterfly. Sahana-chan! You ate meat for dinner, Oni-chan. Yeah, I took a friend out. You did? Yep, see, I can be nice. I did good, right? Well, you don't really believe that gifts and dinners can make a person happy. After all, that wouldn't work on you. That's because if I want something, I can buy it myself. I'm satisfied with the random food I usually eat, and I get a kick out of doing people a favor and making them feel like they own me. That's me we're talking about. Normies enjoy normal stuff. Hey guys, welcome back! Which means we're hosting to cut our face off in 3 chapters? Real. Evil butterfly ending. Evil butterfly ending. Not a butterfly, but Scyther from Pokemon. You aren't even aware of the biggest gift you can give Oni-chan. What, you think I have something more to offer? Opening your heart. Even just a tiny bit. In the same way as you hurt other people, you can share your own pain with others. People aren't all as bad as you think they are. There's no need for that. I know I called him a friend, but we're not as close as you seem to think. That's not true, Oni-chan. I'm sure the people around you are more interested in being friends with you than you realize. That's all a distraction. I have you to talk to. I don't need anyone else. But what if I go away one day? Then I'll go with you. We've come this far together. Till death do us part. Okay. Till death do us part. Poor Oni-chan. I'll be with you for the rest of your life. Don't you forget that. Good night. Boom boom. So it seems like we have kind of a choice to make. Apparently having a brain that struggles to feel happy is a product of your genes. It's luck of the draw, the genetic lottery. You're simply built that way. Born into a life where anxiety and anguish will be your constant companions. Even in moments that should, for all intents and purposes, be happy ones. My dear friend, this is where the lovely Prozac comes in. That was a death flag? It's possible. It is so possible. I have a feeling it's either gonna be real good or real bad. And it's up to us. It's up to us. Okay, welcome back! I love meds! Let's go! I love taking medicine! Alright, we did Caterpillar 2. Who was the second one? I did Monkey with Brain Out. I think I did Monkey with Brain Out, Ring, Bat, Fox. Yeah. So Caterpillar, Monkey with Brain Out, yeah, that's the order I do. Okay. I'm doing it in the same order every time because, obviously, I'm gonna do it in the same order every time. Beep. To the co-worker. The road of seduction leads straight to hell. Who are we? Adam and Eve, cast out from Eden. Crazed summer lust bears its keen fangs. Madness and sanity, together in heaven. Ooh. I feel like I'm becoming cultured. Ew, what's he frowning for? Come on, guy, can't you smile? Are you stupid? I told you, Hacien's always on that nihilist shit. It's cool, you just don't get it. I didn't ask for your opinion. Look, I gotta head to work anyway. Catch you boys later. Is that a Five Guys? It is now. Five Guys with the burger and fries. I love Five Guys. They're so expensive, but it's so worth it. I really like this guy's theme too. It's so good. Where you working? The massage parlor? Dope. I'll drop by and see you sometime. You'd better. See ya. Why did I agree to come with Dokodami and meet this hooker? Because he texted me, quote, Yo, Hasiachi, I found a chick who agreed to smash. Come meet us at this fast food place. And I thought, well, why not? Getting high with him was an adventure in its own right, and this seemed like another one. It could be good fodder for a novel, I thought. Clearly, I was still high. The girl took umbrage at my attitude. Apparently being a pessimist isn't in, and bounced. So what? I wouldn't have slept with her anyway. She reeked of nicotine. I don't get the point of broadcasting. I bet dumbass will do anything to look cool, but to each their own. Five Guys is insane. I don't know how they do it. I genuinely don't know how they do it. And then the french fries? They go crazy with the french fries. As a potato enjoyer, I love Five Guys. I at least call cigarettes what they are, nicotine. Real smokers get all cute about it. I gotta grab another pack of smokes. Can't go anywhere without my cancer sticks. The only people who talk this way are uneducated and coarse. Those without so much as a shred of appreciation for beauty. Worst of all, those who walk and smoke. I just don't get it. The visuals, okay, yes, I get it. There's an aesthetic to it, like the muted gray you see everywhere in show-era TV. But come on, commit. If you're going to smoke, dress up like a gentleman or a sexy spelled fox, for God's sake. I don't have a bone to pick with cigarettes themselves. It's the smokers, the hookers, the hosts, the rough men slouching towards middle age. It's like they're rebelling against their tawdry selves by embracing a new identity, the smoker. They'll never understand my perspective. They'll carry right on spouting those cute little euphemisms. getting their fix and smoking like a chimney, all the way to the grave and on to hell. I like Tokodama's theme. I like Oni-chan's theme. I like Tokodama's theme. Tokodama doesn't even seem to care that his hooker friend is gone. You sure you don't want to go after her? I thought you wanted to introduce us. No, not Tim Doggett. You sure you don't want to go after her? I thought you wanted to introduce us. Too late. She's gone. Whatever. Just lets us chill outside and work for a change. Are you sure she won't be mad at you? Nah, girls like her don't care. Workers, it's not about forming relationships. If the guy starts talking to some complex fish, she dips. When she misses having a warm body in her bed, she comes back. She'd leave you for another guy without a second thought, but eats up the idea of love and friendship. You know, sappy crap like that. She calls me up when she feels lonely and I wanna... smash. I say sure. That's all there is to it. Chain smoker cat. Yanni Neko, Yanni Neko. I'm not caught up on that anymore. I gotta finish it. I gotta get caught up again. I was caught up, but I'm not anymore. This painting in the background's crazy. Maybe so, but I think you made her upset. Yeah, well, she'll live. That's how it goes with men and women. Women exist for men to get jazzed about, you know? They're there for guys like you and me to talk about, just so we're doing right now. I don't like when a guy gets so down bad for a girl he ignores his bros. Men belong with men, women with women. They probably bitch about us among themselves, just like we're doing. Bro, this guy, man, this man guy. How'd you meet her anyway? The girl who was here just now. At one of those massage parlors. What do you mean, those? A sex parlor. They're everywhere these days. On paper, the girl has stopped just short of the whole way. So dumb young chicks are like, hey, that's not too bad. I can get in on this. That's why they're everywhere now. Because the world's full of dumb young chicks. And they're all hard up? I don't know about that. Any woman's about projecting an image, see? She's got to have the right accessories and catch the right guys. And that takes cash, cash, cash. They got to keep their fit fresh. Keep their choice in boys fresh. Because they're competing with each other. Their lives are a cutthroat competition with other women. That girl who was just here, she doesn't want to pay... That girl who was just here, she doesn't want to pay $1,000 a month for a music subscription. So she pirates all her tunes even though it's a pain in the ass. And that's based. Turns around and drops 200,000 yen on a handbag, zero hesitation. That's all girls in the business think. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. That's pretty philosophical for a guy who works nights in a convenience store. Yeah, well, I'm getting tired of running wild. You know what I mean? I'm getting old. A good smash here and there. Hit a thumb now and again. Ride on my motorbike. That's all I need. I love pirating music! In Minecraft, for legal reasons. You're barely older than me. Yep. I love my bike. I fell in love with her and never looked back, because when I'm riding her, nothing else matters. The girls and the drugs are just a break from the bike. Once I realized that, a light bulb went on. Now when I'm not working, I'm out on the road. There's something romantic about that. Romantic my ass. That's all I got going for me. You do that ruddy stuff, right? With your books and stuff. You're someone who could be somebody. I'm not. I don't know, there's a kind of romance in having nothing going on for you. Nothing going on for me, you little... Well, you're right. I've always been a good-looking son of a gun, and that's enough for me. Never cared about school or a career. The only thing I ever loved was going out with my bros for a ride. Your ISP said you $100 against... That's how you do it! That's how you do it! Yes! What are they gonna do? 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 I love breaking the law in Minecraft. But for long, I'd rather have a bike under me than a chick. Doesn't stop you from hookups, it seems. Case in point, the girl who was just here. The flaming skeleton... Okay, someone's gotta draw this guy in the flaming skeleton on motorcycle short. Someone has to draw him in that. I need to see this. You get how it is, though. Dudes are dumb. We go around saying all this tough shit, but we can't quit the girls for the nicotine. We're animals, yeah? We live to reproduce. That's in the Bible, I think. Be fruitful and multiply or some stuff. Feels good, too damn good to resist. Some guys try to be tougher than that. Try to fight the urge. That's kind of tough in and of itself, don't you think? I'm sort of jealous of you, actually. You got a... What would you call it? Biological instinct. You got one, too. But you try to fight it. And I kind of mess with that. It's important to fight it, I think. Is that how you see it? Isn't that how it is? What else are you writing your dumb books for, huh? Maybe you're right. Hey, I see it, She. You're gonna quit this job soon, aren't you? Is it that obvious? Yeah, I could just sense it. You weren't born to live like me, man. You weren't meant to work nights at a convenience store. You don't belong here. You're not supposed to fall for those tramps at the massage parlors and maid cafes. You gotta stay strong. The ground quakes over my every step. I've installed my floorboards incorrectly. So true. Me, except, I've never installed a floorboard and my house just came like this. Easier said than done when you're introducing them to me. I had to get you out of your room somehow. You wouldn't have shown up without her. He's got me there. I would very likely have said no if he'd asked me to come grab a bite with him outside of work. His intuition is, again, spot on. I wonder if it just comes naturally to punks and other near-animal creatures. Although if you follow that line of reasoning to its logical conclusion, perhaps I, the mind reader, am the most animalistic of all. Actually, I'm almost certain that's true. I'm, any way you slice it, a coward. A coward who longs for a simple, unpretentious life like the one led by the man in front of me. You're an honest guy, Hasiachi. You think so? Yeah, I've never looked at you and thought, this guy's got something he's not telling me. You wear your heart on your sleeve. His powers of intuition legitimately impressed me. Anyway, you know any good ways to make easy money? Forget everything we just said. Money's more important than all that. Money makes the world go round. You look like one of those egghead computer types, so I bet you know all sorts of ways to make quick cash. I take it all back. I think you may just be a dumbass, plain and simple. Hey, we still down to hang out after you quit your job? I'll consider it, but why do you want to hang out with me? You moron. We spent too many nights together. That's gotta count for something. Real. The pretentiousness is in his blood. He can't get that out without a full blood transfusion. Leeches. Sahana-chan hairstyle? Sahana-chan twin tails? No one knows where humanity's headed, Oni-chan. Well, that doesn't stop people from assuming we're all following some sort of shared trajectory. Capitalism is nothing more than a collective delusion. But even as people delude themselves into believing it's real, they just as strongly pretend that money isn't an end-all be-all. Is she saying all this, or is it switching between them? I'm assuming it's switching between them because of the quotes. They pretend that things like love and friendship actually matter. Maybe that's the right thing to do. After all, pretending that love is real leads to having more children. Yet at the same time, the birth rates keep falling in developed countries. That's because we're learning. It's a combination of learning and the economy. Having kids is like cringe fail behavior. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna be so real. It's kind of cringe fail. Just a little bit. Like, you want me to get freaky with someone and then like suffer and then go broke? And then you want me to raise a human being to a state where they're like functioning in society? I can't even function in society. Literally. The smarter we become, the more marriage looks like a fool's exercise, and separation seems like the more intelligent option. Isn't that backward? I don't think people believe in forever anymore. No more until death do us part. Impossible! Exactly. Rather, more and more people are reaching the conclusion that it's more logical to pour energy into a single night of fun than a lifetime of drudgery. So true! There's those same people who stay out all night drinking or roll down the highway on their souped-up motorbikes. Maybe having been a rebel at some point in your life is just more fun than the alternative. That goes against everything society dictates, doesn't it? What is society when it comes down to it? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. I gotta play Pathologic. No one knows. Maybe that's why we rebel. Hehe. Boom boom. My creative work is motivated by spite. I write as an oblique criticism of everyone who's able to get through life without resorting to such foolishness. Spite's a decent motivator. So I'm bin. So we want bin. Okay. The Panopticon! You say I'm talking nonsense, and yet you say we said a woman in her prime at 19. Pathologic solo one of those brain runners I stick with you way long after the big. I gotta play it. I literally have like the full series. Unless is the new one out? If the new one's out, I don't have it yet. If it's not out, then I obviously don't have it because it's not out. But I have all the other ones. I know they're making another one right now. Okay, I don't have 3 though. I have all the other ones. Our family bonds are just as fragile as sugar glass. Sugar glass. The slightest sudden impact has shattered the ground beneath our feet. When I come down to the living room, Mom is glaring at her household expenses app. I already have a bad feeling about it before she murmurs, I barely have any savings loud enough for her son to hear. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, the meat's dripping. There's like condensations on the meat, look. There's like moving condensations on the meat. That's cool. That's some yummy looking flesh. I've been able to contribute a little towards the household bill since I started working part-time, and I added a chunk when I got my prize money. I'm covering my own tuition through loans and a scholarship. Dad has a stable income. If she's barely staying in the black, there's gotta be something going on with her. I need a new outfit to outshine the other moms. He's gonna be at the next PTA meeting. He's handsome and he's a single father. I've gotta doll myself up for when I use my special move to get close to him. Oh, my daughter won't go to school. Things are so difficult. Had heard so much be here. Alright. I hope your head feels better soon. Thank you for stopping by! Figures. I don't really get it, but apparently there's this amazing guy who's been attending the PTA meetings recently, and all the moms have their eyes on him. Sure enough, Mom's a late-blooming Sakura. Seems like her goal is to get him in bed. Seems like she hasn't matured since high school, setting her sights on the most popular guy. My daughter's like a closed book. Can you help me get through to her? Yeah, that's it. Something like, I've been waiting for someone like you would be way too much. I really need a new outfit. How to come up with a pretext to talk to him, how to get her hands on a flashy new dress to catch his eye. From her thoughts alone, you'd think she's some fresh young girl, when in reality, these are the self-interested calculations of a middle-aged skank. And the majority of those calculations revolve around getting laid. Yikes. It's hard to accept that your parents have sex drives. Sensing that her husband is about to walk through the door, the middle-aged woman disappears from the dinner table to avoid him. A surly middle-aged man enters in her wake. We rarely see him these days. It's been a long time since all 3 of us were in the same room. Looks like it's just me and him now.
So yeah, how are things going with that light novel or whatever it is?
Oh, you know, it's coming along.
This anime stuff's all Greek to me. The woman's eyes are too big. It's tasteless.
As if you have any taste for one. A good first sentence here? Yeah, you are just in time. Just in time.
Don't get smart with me.
My father sleeps with sex workers. I expect that's common enough for men his age. From reading his mind, it seems like he and his co-workers hit up the cat houses to have a little fun. I suppose there are worse ways to blow off steam. He started falling for one of the girls, and he can't work whether the affection she shows him is business or if he has a shot at something real with her. The stripper doesn't love you, bro. The stripper doesn't love you, bro. I'm sorry. She doesn't love you, bro. He has terrible taste in women. Any objective observer could tell me he's just a mark. Still, he wavers between his midlife crisis praying, maybe this girl's for real, and the self-restraint telling him there's no way. Each of our parents is harboring feelings for someone other than their partner, like they're experiencing high school crushes all over again. To be frank, it makes me sick. But what can you do? Both of them are angling for divorce, but importantly, they both want to come out on top afterwards. Each is waiting for the other to slip up and leave definitive proof of their cheating. That's why it's gotten to the point where even being in the same room inevitably devolves into a fight. My mother provokes the husband she's supposed to love, hoping that he'll finally snap and hit her because it'd help her with the divorce proceedings. Playing the abused wife card would give her the upper hand. For his part, my father finds a certain release in logicking the shrill, harpy wife into a submission. Their fervent arguments get their middle-aged adrenaline pumping, transforming them into raging beasts. Deep down, both of them get a sick thrill from embracing their base instincts. Actually, they might be perfect for each other. Ooh!
Shit, I've gotten fallen for a damn prostitute. My kid doesn't even seem to know a woman exists, or maybe he's secretly a real player. Damn, I envy him. Never played the field. I deserve a little reward for praising 2 kids. Me and my girl from the cat house is looking for a daddy. I certainly have superior genes. One of my kids is a writer and the other's a goddamn child prodigy. If I knock up my sweetie, I'll step up, won't I? Sure the gods would be on my side after all I've done for that fat pig. You young hussy, get out there and play the field. Or let me take your place, if only. Time for a post-work beer, with a little reward for a life of hard work. I'm the best.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy. I feel sick.
I suppose I only have myself to blame for snooping around someone's mind. Let's head back to my room, my oasis. And now I'm gonna drink some water. Sahana-chan! Their shrieking carries even to my second-floor sanctuary, spurring my thoughts onward. Sahana, what would you do, and this is all totally hypothetical, what would you do if Mom and Dad divorced?
I'd go wherever you go.
How'd you arrive at that conclusion?
Because I want to be with the person who'd be most lonely.
You wouldn't want to be on your own either, would you?
Nope, that's why we'll always be together.
You're right. And I guess it wouldn't matter which parent we were with.
I like it being just the two of us. You're the one I worry about.
And I worry about you.
Yep, I know. That's why we'll always be together. Boom, boom. I'll always love you, even if the whole world fears you. Sahana-chan! Hee. Bop. Bonk. The bat. The bat.
After the war, we were permitted every freedom, but one might say that when people are permitted every freedom, they become aware of their own inexplicable limits and needs. It's impossible for humans to ever be free. It's because humans live and thus must die, and because they think. Political reforms are made in a day, but human change cannot be effected so easily. It was long ago in distant Greece that humanity took its first step down a newly discovered path, yet how much change do we see in ourselves today?
Ooh.
I feel like I'm becoming cultured!
We're all so mentally well and normal. Hehe.
This is Twitch safe because it's art. Humans are obsessed with their positions in the social hierarchy. It comes with being social creatures. We're plagued with anxieties. How should I behave in this group? What attitude should I adopt toward its members? We never know when we'll be thrust out of said group, losing access to a desirable member of the opposite sex and the ability to pass down our genes. People live in perpetual and instinctive fear of the severing of social ties. Some of us are more consumed by that anxiety than others, and those most consumed cling ever more obsessively to their position in the social hierarchy. Don't they, senpai?
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Okay, mate. This one's like Precure. This one is Nagatoro-san. I'm not sure about these two though. I'm not sure about these two. This one's cute though. The pink girl here reminds me of Gakko Gurashi. If she had the hat, it'd be like Gakko Gurashi. Yo, Hasuya, you listening to me, Hasuya-kun? Hiyakawa-senpai, you're drunk. Someone's feeling friendly tonight. I'd mess with him if he wasn't so sloshed. In this state, he's liable to bite my head off. We're what one might call a rap party. Our literature club holds one every year, in honor of the competition of our illustrious anthology. Everyone saves yours truly a submitted load of hot garbage. But when you're a 20-something geek with nothing to show for yourself, completing anything is a noteworthy accomplishment. Why not ignore the quality of a finished product and revel in the high of being a creator? I love Gakko Gurashi! Inexperience, youth if you will, is a feeling of invincibility powered by a lack of metacognition. Metacognition, bro is just saying words at this point. To be blunt, were I an editor, I wouldn't publish one of these so-called authors. What a rich selection of bad examples to select among. I admire this one for its rambling and coherent plot. Relish that ego trip masquerading as fiction. Remark on all these ones' bravery and utterly ignoring that they write for an audience. No surprise that they all suck. I mean, no one but us and our closest friends and family will read any of this crap. The club is just happy to pantomime the act of writing, play up some phony sense of inter-club rivalry, and huff at their own farts. Ew! From the feeling in the room, you think the artist written the next Faust. Let's get one thing straight. The publishing industry is cutthroat. I mean, nowadays you can get anything published on Amazon. You can get literally making it through publishing, whew. But you can getting published. That's not a trouble. That's not a trouble nowadays. Sorry to say, senpai, but if you want to make it big, you need to hate the world more than you already do. You can't slide into complacency and accept the cushy college kid life. Cultivate your hate.
You have to hate and hate and hate, and right when the hate grows so large it drives you out of your mind, you pick up a pen and let it spill out, slapdash across the page. And that's just the beginning of being a writer. You don't get to go out drinking with friends unless you want to end up as college guy A, or forget a little background character in someone else's story who never wrote a damn thing. But then again, you're fine with that, aren't you? You don't mind settling for mediocrity. I wish I could be like you. Ignorance is bliss. I envy you, really. You seem so happy in your narrow little life. Don't they, senpai? Okay, beep, 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 beep. Ding, ding, ding. He's got the cute pointy teeth. This guy, yeah, literally, this guy's talking real big for a light novel author. Look at, he's got the cute pointy teeth. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. Cute, 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 cute. See here, Asiya-kun. You actually produce literature. Do you? Do you have those nights when you're gripped by blood-chilling, paralyzing rage, force you to lift the pen and write and write and write? You don't know literature. You don't know anything. There's more literature than just the classics. There's literature in manga. You know that, Asiya-kun? There's literature even in the trashiest cute girl comic strips. You're so right. Cute girls are rock and roll. You should totally go out of your way to write a story containing only young hotties. That's as rock and roll as it gets. Exactly. The problem with your work is that it's too pretentious. It reeks of immaturity. I'm flattered that you read it at all. I don't know how I'll ever thank you enough. Yes, it's the pointy teeth. The points are made of trust and truth. That's where the points come from. Extra truth and trust builds up in the calcium, and it comes out as points. You're not writing your actual dream girl, and that's your problem. Dishonesty. Your readers can tell. I can tell. What would I do without you, senpai? Shoot! How often do you bite people? Other people, not very often. Myself, pretty often. Every once in a while. I can't help it that flesh is made so chewy. If I wasn't supposed to bite myself, then why am I chewy? Checkmate. If I wasn't supposed to bite myself, then why am I so chewy? Like, like that. Exactly, exactly. Much to ponder. Something to think about. My microphone fell down. Like, why make me chewy if I'm not biteable? Question. Boom. Hiyakawa-senpai's tragically hung up on 2D girls. Me! He does not, as he puts it, have a philosophical interest in them. It's pure sex drive. He's horny and he longs to ride in on a white horse, save the girl who fulfill his messiah complex. He wants a girl straight out of a key game. Can't stop daydreaming about dozens of damsels in distress, all exactly the same. A little slip of a girl, none too bright, who we can chuckle paternally over before running to her rescue. She will, of course, fall madly in love with him. Devil's in the details. God is in the idiot. Sakaguchi Ango's eponymous idiot is a feeble-minded girl looked after by the male protagonist. Over the course of their story, he falls in love with the innocence imparted by her disability. It's a trope near and dear to the hearts of the modern nerd. What's there to love in a girl like that? Nerds fall to their knees for such women because they have already eliminated all the alternatives. Why not choose someone with as much life experience, relationship experience as them? Terrifying proposition. More experience? Perish the thought. Gonna get stabbed yeah, literally. Modern nerd is a protector in his own mind. This girl's go-to line is, "Please help my knight in shiny armor." Now it's important not to be too eager. You have to roll your eyes and say, "If I must," before girding your manly loins and riding to the rescue, thus proving your superiority over her. But good to have Hiyakawa-senpai's mental faculties are devoted to engaging in these fantasies. Them and their graphic sequels. The remainder is devoted to pride. Okay, but these girlsies are all so cute. These girls are all so cute. No one wants to hide who he truly is. The people are walking contradictions. We want to share his interests with like-minded individuals. We want to share our interests with like-minded individuals. That's why Hiyakawa-senpai seeks me out to ramble about how a moe anime is true rock and roll. Yeah, but that's real though. Moe is rock and roll. Moe is like life itself. Moe is the meaning of life. This is true. This is true. It's true critique. It's the heart of literature itself. I know, he says. I know everything. He has to make his shaky claim to superiority precisely because that claim rests on such a very fragile foundation. It's a matter of survival. That, more or less, is the sum of this man's inner life. Everyone knows who he truly is to some degree. Everyone sympathizes with who he truly is to some degree. Everyone here in this club operates along similar lines of reasoning. But can't let anyone find out that I'm not even trying. That's why they unconsciously shunned me, the person who dared to try, and who became a published author into the bargain. They don't want me around, but they don't have the nerves to say so. Hierarchy dictates that the only way to balance out the rung of the social ladder is to jockey for a position with the other authors of a similar age. A pitiful bunch. In every sense, they're a colony of bats bumbling around in the dark. They'll give it all up in a few years and land real jobs one way or another. Maybe once in a blue moon, they'll post on our blog about the latest media sensation and win a modest readership that way, and they'll be happy. By then, the benefit of distance and hindsight might even allow them to properly appreciate my works. Spineless, all of them. You're not quite like them, are you, Hirakawa-senpai? No, there's something fundamentally twisted inside you. You're different from the rest. The others lust to real women alongside their 2D counterparts. Some even pair off to slink away on an after party of sorts, engaging in a squalid bit of fluid swapping. Look, everyone. Those two are so wasted they aren't even bothering to hide their horniness. In some ways, Hirakawa-senpai is as real as it comes. He's the pinnacle of patheticness. I understand why he wants to rule atop this little hierarchy. He's not a poser like the rest of the group, people who jerk into real living and breathing women. That's why I struggle to watch him behave like a typical college student, one steeped in societal norms. I have to give him credit for being a good senpai, though. He's the perfect role model. Here's how you live it up at a Ralph party. Here's how you blend in with the rest of the college-age crowd. That, or he's just lonely. He wants other people to understand the emotions pent up inside him, but he can't alchemize them into stories like I can. Instead, he crams his brain with snobbish art films and the kind of books you read to look smart. He's a faker in every respect. Smart that there's a kind of truth born from the fakery. I have faith in you, Hirakawa-senpai. I truly do. Nah, but Hirakawa-senpai is so real. He's so real. 2D's better, honestly. 2D's better. And I'm not just biased because I myself am 2D. So what do you think of my short story, Haseya-kun? I'd love to have the opinion of a published author. Insane, yap, literally. Are you sure? Do you mind if I'm honest? Of course I don't mind. Give it to me straight. I put serious effort into my writing. I want a review that's just as serious. If he was serious, he'd be entering contests, not mucking around writing stories to post online. Well, if you say so. There were definitely some rough patches, but I could see her philosophical ideas at work, and there were real moments of brilliance, too. I was impressed with how well the real work explored the essence of girlhood. The ending seemed a little rushed, but I imagine the deadline and word count were to blame. Despite warning him I won't spare his feelings, I lard my criticism with praise. Right, I would have liked to delve deeper with a full novel, but you know how it is. Bullshit. He just ripped off a tearjerker visual novel, and he knows that. Newsflash, moron. An editor wouldn't give this his time of day. They think, not more of this hacking-eyed crap, and toss it on a slush pile. Delve deeper this, essence that. Shut up. Hirakawa-senpai's true talent is a sheer obsession with girls. He'd better off admitting that and writing R18 LNs filled with the harem of doe-eyed damsels. Not even the internet wants his philosophical ramblings. Has he even cracked open his copy of the Tractatus? Or is it gathering dust on his bookshelf? I have to work extra hard to catch up to you, but still, I really think I have a shot of getting picked up by an editor liftly. Is that what you were fishing for? Shot of encouragement for a published author? Disgusting. Get real. Getting picked up by a publisher is just the beginning. You need to cultivate your hatred. You need to push it away from the herd and whether the monstrous form of mass ostracization that only Japanese society can provide. Push through all that and pick up the pen, and that's where your new life begins. You're still playing pretend critic, senpai. You're no underdog. You're a cog in the ostracization machine. Oh well, might as well enjoy the moment since we're both too drunk. Good luck to us both, huh, senpai? The others are all right in their own way, but only you and I really have what it takes. You think so, Haseya-kun? His eyes narrow further. You're right. Good luck to both of us. Because your short story was, well, so very commercial. It was basically pop fiction. Fiction for the masses, primed for success in a capitalistic society. I suppose that's the sort of thing that wins awards these days. I should be more like you. Really, I should. But I'm too much of an anarchist at heart. Go die. I don't usually see you looking so upset, Oni-chan. I'm always upset. You always act upset, but tonight's genuine. I get the feeling something sparked it. I'm reading auras now. I didn't know you were so sensitive. It's not like that. You get upset whenever someone touches a nerve. Spare me the therapy session. So what happened? The outside world can be an irritating place, huh? You're telling me. Knowing that someone's putting you down just to feel better about themselves doesn't make it any easier to stomach. You love calling yourself an author, but you know you're not a real author yet. You just want to be one. Oof, touch a nerve indeed. Don't say it out loud. You'll be alright, I promise.
There aren't many people like you out there. People who never stop hating no matter how the world grinds them down.
I promise that no one hates the world more than you do. And very, very few people have the talent to put that hatred on paper.
Thanks. You're good at providing empty consolation.
Good night, Mr. Sourpuss Raider. Sahana-chan! 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 Sahana-chan!
Leave me alone. Why do you insult me? I don't know. She's way too good to him? Yeah. Yeah.
Dun dun.
Back to the fox.
Kong kong.
I'm even gonna drink more water because I'm crazy. The inspiration that turns nothing to something does not come idly. It requires rummaging through stacks of notes, pacing it out with arms crossed, sighing deeply, fretting over wasted time, fighting the temptation to rehash, jotting down ideas as they come and then rejecting them all, drinking coffee, despairing that your talent is dried up, taking eye drops, washing your hands with soap, reading back over your notes yet again. You must hold firm through all of this.
Ooh. Hehe.
Even Hoshi Shinichi will tell you, ideas don't come easily. When the words aren't flowing, the words aren't flowing. I stare at my notes tab trying to think of a good idea for a light novel, but the page stays stubbornly blank. Eventually, I give up the act and tab over to my browser. Before I know it, I'm scrolling a fellow writer's feed, muttering, "Go on, tell us how much your editor loves you, you son of a beak." I don't really have any strategies for dealing with writer's block. At this point, it might even be worth going outside. I hate going outside. There's no reason having an unpleasant experience should summon inspiration, but where I am, no proposed source is too illogical. Get me a witch, a palm reader. For an author, writer's block is the ultimate torture. Life must be so easy when you can go out under the sun. Daylight makes the brain release a mood-regulating neurotransmitter called serotonin. These guys get happy just walking around, but we authors are out here writing about characters being driven to homicide because the sun was too bright. The whole damn city pisses me off. I mean, look at this. See that couple coming this way straight from a glitzy hotel? There's gotta be 20 years between them. The man's the older one, of course. A balding old geezer and a young lady in a chic dress, walking side by side like...
Eh? Hold up, I know that girl! That's Kenji Kubotan. Mama took me out to tea in Ikebukuro the other day.
Huh. Well, I guess that's the way of the world. Cuteness and feminine apparel don't come free. Ain't that the truth? Lolita clothes are so expensive. She trades her priceless youth for cold hard yen. Middle-aged men are flush with cash but starved for love, so it's a win-win. She uses that money to make herself prettier, go to Korea for a love resection or jaw surgery, and use her ideal face to get more out of her brief youth. It's materialistic, but there's logic to it. The girl in the quote-unquote Lolita dress. She fawns over the man all the way down to the street until they go their separate ways. Does he have somewhere to be? I wonder what he does. I'll bet he blows money on girls, then works back more than the difference, drowning out his stretch with love for sale. His cash is better off bolstering young people's finances than rotting in his savings, I guess. Then again, she might just spend it all on men herself. There's a reason they say hosts are at the top of the food chain. I guess sugar babying is not uncommon, but it's still a rush to see a girl I know getting in on the action. Look at her, though. She plastered on that fake smile all the way down the street, but she seems real down when they parted ways. Maybe she really likes him. I guess he's paying her, and they're sleeping together. Better for her if she does. She turns towards me. I haven't exactly been trying to hide myself, so our eyes meet right away. I don't know if she'll react badly, but she just trots up to me with the same smiles when we first met. Talk about nerves of steel.
Fancy meeting you here, Sunset. You're not stalking me, are you?
She sounds totally unconcerned. She's hoping to brute force her way out of a compromising situation. I could read her mind if I wanted, but I don't feel like it. It's more fun not to know. You can't just skip to the answer page every time. Just passing by, I hit a wall with my book, so I headed out to clear my head. Don't worry, I'm not the kind of guy to get on your case about that kind of stuff.
Oh, back!
I love this silly song. I love her silly song. Botan's silly song is cute. All the music in this game is awesome.
Aren't you even slightly curious why I'm doing it, Sensei?
A little, I guess, but whatever's going on, I'm not gonna think less of you.
That's kind of you. And cruel, too.
I strive to be a realist. Her breathing's uniform. If she's hiding her embarrassment, she's a damn good actress. More likely, she's comfortable with what she's doing. Maybe I've misjudged her just a bit.
It's not what you think, Sensei. I know it's the hotel back in the way we came, but it's not like that. I leant in the air and smiled at him, and he paid me for my time. That's all.
Maybe you only grabbed lunch, but I'm guessing the app you met on usually caters to more.
Sensei, that's mean.
She lets out of wealthy older men take her out for meals and earns money flattering them, while her clients feel validated by the compliments they buy. As long as they're both on the up and up, it's not my business. I do wonder how they both feel deep down, but I can only speculate.
We'd like to go somewhere together, Sensei. This is a funny way to meet again, but it still feels like fate.
Getting paid to date old men fate too?
No, that's a survival strategy. Being alive is a constant battle, you know?
Interesting answer. Alright, what were you thinking?
How about I take you on a tour of my college? I was just heading in for club.
Sugar babying before college, huh? I wonder how many girls in my classes did the same thing back when I was going. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were taking discreet shifts at the soap land, straddling men's backs for money in their free time. 1 hour tantalizing almost contact pays out tens of thousands of yen, so there's always takers. I wonder how much Bota made in a lunch break. Does it disgust her to think that fancy dress is paid for by old men's spare change and libido? Then again, clothes are clothes.
I just don't want to regret my life. Everyone wants to shine, don't they? I could never make it as an idol or an influencer, but I'm still young and pretty enough to stand out in the alt crowd. The world doesn't reward doing things the right way, so it's smart to use what I have, don't you think? All the boys my age have empty pockets anyway. All they have to offer is love, and love doesn't buy nice clothes and more ribbons in my hair. Not everyone can live their dreams like you can, Sensei. The rest of us have to make the most of the now.
Where did all that come from?
You're going to write about this, aren't you, Sensei? I can see it on your face.
You got me. I do understand, though. As much as a guy can. I'm sure I'd do some sugar babying or concept cafe work if I was your age. I can sympathize with wanting to make some money off yourself while you're still worth something.
By now, I can upload a photo shoot in pretty clothes and the whole world will come to see. I don't want to miss the only chance I'll get for unconditional adoration.
Funny. It's the other way around for guys. You get out of school, you start slaving away, bagging cash so you can throw their weight around. Sell your youth to buy middle-aged sex. I guess a question of whether you want debauchery early or late.
You're different, Sensei. You became a writer. I'm sure a lot of people are jealous of you, and I don't think you're bad in the looks department either.
Thanks, I guess, but contrarians like me aren't part of the equation. We get to live unusual lives, but we'll never be happy. The way I was born, I don't get to be happy. That's exactly why I can't find it me to scoff at people like her who are chasing with all they've got. Everyone should be happy if they can manage it.
This is my club, the Manga Research Society.
You're in the manga club, huh?
I know what you're thinking, Sensei. No one here really cares about manga. This is just a place for losers who want to be a part of something but don't want to commit. And I'm a dumb bimbo who loves being their queen.
I didn't say that. I was in the literature club myself back in the day. Although it's true most people at these places don't really care about being creative. Contrarians like me, real!
If you say so, Sensei. Alright, my loyal drones are waiting. Time to muster all the sparkle of my youth and live the best life of luxury an ordinary girl could hope for. I'll use my ill-gotten looks to indulge in the desire and validation of penniless students and wallow in fleeting ecstasy.
You make it sound so wonderful. Botan is a strange girl. Bro, got the monster energy. She's a temptress, sure, but she keeps her sights set low. Online, she barely stands out, but in real life, she's sticking out to old men on dating apps and the insecure losers at their club. Her cunning is oddly self-aware, frail even. Admirable, though, somehow. It's always nice to see someone living true to themselves. Maybe there's a novel in this. It's wrong to pawn your innocence to make the most of fleeting youth. That could fly as a central theme. It's contemporary. I don't know if it would work in a light novel, but it seems worth exploring. Call it taking a swing or a young author's gamble. Some things you just can't write convincingly unless you're around the right age. Master Hoshi. Maybe I can't delight the world with outlandish science fiction like you can, but by putting the curious subtleties of the human experience to words, I can illustrate the lives of people fighting to defy reality's cruelties. Her eyes, though, they have a foxy gleam. It's hard to look away.
Ooh.
I drink some later. Hi, welcome back. Is this a book? Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much a book, but it's a game. It's like a picture book.
It's a picture book! Did you find an idea for your book yet, Oni-chan?
I did, and I finally got some sunlight, too. I'm feeling a little better today.
I don't like the sun. The moon's much nicer.
The sun makes everything all muggy and hot,
But the moon just watches over us gently.
you hate fiance? Bro, that's so sad. That's so sad. My condolences, my guy. My condolences. I see why you'd like it. Your skin's so pale and your hair's so white. You're much more made for nighttime.
Lighters are made for nighttime too. What will you write under the moon's faint light, Oni-chan?
I'm thinking maybe about female strength.
You're going to write about strength?
But a kind of strength that knows its own limitations, its own weakness.
Do you think you're weak, Oni-chan?
The way I see it, VNs are like a book, but with built-in like atmosphere. It's a book with built-in atmosphere, and I love it. Like it comes with its own, ambience music. It comes with visuals. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's like reading manga, but a little bit higher class. It's like slightly high class manga. I wonder, I still produce serotonin like everyone else when I'm walking around in this afternoon sun. I act all misanthropic, but I'm just an animal, really. So maybe that's weakness. But there's an honesty to it that I find appealing, too.
Do you think honesty is a strength or a weakness?
I don't think it's strength to speak without thinking, but defying social expectations to stay true to yourself, that's a kind of strength. Manga with attitude.
Maybe. I find it hard to see the difference. Maybe I should ask the moon.
Good idea. I'll ask it for you. Whether the two of us are weak.
I don't think the moon will tell you. It's too kind. That's what makes it so strong. You should go to sleep while it's still looking down on us, Oni-chan.
Alright.
Sweet dreams, Sahana. Sahana-chan. Sahana-chan. I don't particularly like the 3D world, but nor do I really care for the 2D. Once I started to think that fictional characters are just people, anime and manga lost their shine.
Just people, but cooler. Back to the caterpillar!
Oh yeah!
The Roman slave was held by fetters. The wage laborer is bound to his owner by invisible threads. Yo, we got Karl Marx in the VN? We got Karl Marx in the VN? Insane crossover. Absolutely insane crossover. Because message was short and to the point, which told me exactly how I felt. I'm gonna save here, just in case, because I got a feeling. Got the job. It's not with a major company, more the kind of place you'll end up if you just plug away the job hunt, but he has a lot riding on this, and I can sense his satisfaction having made a big life decision. He must feel fulfilled to have reached such a major milestone. I bet he feels very content. It depresses me a little to know that all of it congratulates someone who has decided to take the sunlit path as a socially acceptable life, which runs in direct opposition to my own. Maybe I'll think of it as more practice at social ceremony. I suppose people have to suppress such emotions as they learn to navigate life in society, and to conform to capitalism. Anyway, it'd be an uninspired to treat him to barbecue again, and kinda weird to take him out for another meal in general. And to be honest, some money won't last long if I keep treating people to lavish dinners. That was a one-time splurge. I might as well look up to the place that Ikusa's going to be working. Comparison is a thief of joy. Honestly, if you're privileged enough to live in a developed nation, you focus on yourself and live modestly, you should be pretty happy. But the internet is a comparison machine. You can access any information in an instant, compare yourself to it, and instantly get depressed. On the odd occasion, you might instead revel in a sense of superiority and feel better. Ikusa's company is a subcontractor. Apparently they're in the business of establishing sales channels to sell imported office chairs to companies in bulk. They operate on a microscopic scale, and the view count for their business intros videos in double digits. Not surprising given that there's nothing noteworthy about it. Has he survived 20 years on planet Earth for this? As far as I'm aware, office chairs have had zero impact on him so far. But I guess that's life, huh? I'm not filled a hint of fulfillment for my job at the convenience store. I treat it as a form of training. Still, I have no choice but to work for those paltry wages. That's just how it is. A right to escape the prison of labor. Why don't we take a little trip to Ikusa's future workplace? Oh heck, the cocoon is juicing! The cocoon is juicing! Oh freak, it's juicing all over the place! Like a field trip. Ikusa's here. He's torn between wanting to brag about his new job and feeling apprehensive about coming face to face, accompanied by a friend no less, with the fact that the company is nothing special. I play innocent. I want to see where our best buddy's gonna be working. Come on, it'll be fun. Oh, okay. I interviewed at company HQ, so I guess it's a good idea to check out the place where I'll actually be working. Man, I can't believe you're gonna be a white-collar worker. That's a big deal. Come on, man. Being an author is a way bigger deal. Such a pointless conversation. The sun is setting. Orange light diffuses the sky. It's the fleeting liminal time between day and night. Liminal mention! A time for people who belong to neither. 40 minutes along an insignificant train line. 15 minutes walk to a neighborhood where the station building is the only major facility.
The Ecosystem's future workplace comes into view. The place that will occupy 1/3 of its every workday. There's a chain restaurant nearby that serves beef bowls. Lucky Igusa, he likes the bibimbap one. So, this is the place you're gonna dedicate your life to. I don't intend to stay there forever. Ordinary, mundane, run-of-the-mill, commonplace, bland, safe, mediocre, standard, average, simple, trite, nondescript. A perfectly normal office unworthy of any special mention. Nothing to write home about. Middle-aged men and women stood at great office desks, typing industrially before monitors and piles of documents, while one or two younger people squirm with boredom. Only the chairs seem to have any thought paid to them, but even then, they're hardly luxury items. It's really just that someone put in slightly more effort there than anyone else. The fluorescent lighting, the only visible excess, and so Japanese, bathes the workers in a faint white glow. They'll spend 8 hours of every weekday in this space. That's the devastating reality. What can you do? The world works because fewer people succeed than not. So, oh, great light novel author, what do you think of it? No sugarcoating. Normal, right? And it is. This is normality. Sit listlessly on the train each morning, check the news or scroll people's status updates on your phone, laugh at dumb viral videos. At the office, engage in banal chit-chat about all of the above, head straight home after work, too exhausted to do anything else. Jerk off if you're feeling it. If not, drink, then fall asleep. That's it. That's all anyone does. The people who needlessly mock that life are the strange ones. You think I can't tell? Your loathing and superiority complex come across loud and clear. You pretentious lives, those creatives, are what's weird. I don't get all this artistic merit and critique stuff. You play a game or put on some anime to relax. May jerk it if you get a little peek at a sexy character's panties. Job done. Is it really such an enlightened pursuit to discuss art, just rationalizing your weird tastes and judgments? What purpose does it serve, typing out those paragraphs? Can it grow food? Will it protect the village? Hey, I'm gonna kill it selling office chairs to businesses that need them. I'll be doing sales, crunching numbers, all kinds of stuff. I'll be contributing to society. Office workers the world over will be able to work free from back pain thanks to the chairs I recommend them. Now that's something. That's making a difference. Me, I'm the unsung hero working behind the scenes. Hey. We can't go back, can we? This is the end of the line for our youthful days of vague and consequential dreaming. Contributing to society, working a real job, isn't that just what it means to be a proper adult? Thank goodness, thank goodness he's unbiased and has no superiority complex. I get what you're saying, but it doesn't change my mind. It's got nothing to do with me. Whether I try to make it as a novelist or not, this is the moment in your life when you get a job. And a guy still dream after he gets a job. I don't know. I don't think you have much time for dreaming during the week. Probably far more productive to spend your time learning Excel or something. Do you think I'll stop watching anime and playing games? The generation before us didn't. Hell, young people today are even more blessed. We can do everything on our phones. You got the right personality to get by somehow, even if you're not earning money. Must be nice. You think so? I've been working my ass off at the convenience store and I haven't quit yet. People are like ducks, all furious motion beneath the surface. I gotta earn money to support my lifestyle. That's an idea. That's not okay. We'll say idea fix. Idea fix. Idea fix. If I ever heard one. Japan is a welfare system, remember? It's not about earning money. You want the status that comes with participating in society through wages. Well, yeah, the idea of doing nothing is terrifying. Is it? I'd love to spend my time doing nothing but reading books for all eternity. I think a balance of work and play is best. Though, heck, the 5-day, 40-hour work week. You spend even more time working on top of that, what with overtime and events and stuff. That's capitalism for you. Only the business owners earn money without lifting a finger. Why's it gotta be that way? It's worldwide self-delusion. We all agree to our faith in the value of banknotes. In a sense, capitalism is the biggest religion in the world. People are willing to kill others, and even themselves, all for the sake of money. Everyone struggles desperately over these little slips of paper. Yet if we all suddenly, collectively decide to stop worshipping that fetish, the whole system would collapse. Money's been an object of faith throughout human history. So what can we even do? No clue. There's no meaning in life or death. Why are you still even alive if you hate the world so much? Sorry, man. I still want to write. I'm in a place where I can give a glib answer like that. Glib? Glib? Bro saying glib? I have no place for that job. If you've got a job, you got somewhere to belong. The workplace. Humans are social creatures. Nothing changed since the days when we hunted mammoths and shared the spoils. When we became separated from the herd, we get so distressed it feels like death is close at hand. You went through the job hunting process because you're afraid of dying, and now, even if it's a little awkward, you can belong to the herd. Isn't that grand? Glorp, straight glorping it! You mean with all those boomers? Boomers! Sure, the human body isn't designed to sit for long periods of time. You guys have to push pantsy.
You guys have to push fancy office chairs to keep people at their desks in unnatural positions for as long as possible. You're a cynical bastard. Gotta give me a pass. My unusual sensibilities are what make me good at my work. Well, anyway, congrats on the job. I really mean it. You advance your piece in the game of life. Guess we should head back soon. If we keep on talking, we'll just end up getting tangled in the threads. Yeah, the metaphorical threads, bro. It's gonna pop open. The pupa dies without being able to break out of its cocoon. Unseen within the tangled threads, it rises, then dies. It wanted to fly. It wanted its wings. Wings meant freedom. Just once it wished to bask in that narrow city sky. The pupa. Da pupa. Da pupa. Bong! Oh, freak, he's dead! Or. Drink some water. Dedge. Oh well. Bad end, wage slave. Really quick, I'm gonna be right back, and then we'll see what is up with our coworker Monkey with his brains out! Hehe. I'll be right back. You'd think it would be there, but it's not. I might just have to throw this one. I don't want your pity prize. Just think of my Picross pride. Picross. Picross. Push your favorite button. Okay. You guys will never know what button that was. It was the space bar. Yeah! I'm the goat! I'm the goat! Bah! I'm a goat! I'm taking psychic damage. I'm taking psychic damage. Where's the babies? Where's the babies? Here's the babies. I'm back. 좋아요, 좋아요. 좋아요, 좋아요. 히히. Dong. 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 Not smart enough. Steal a bit of wisdom. We don't need lies to make it all match up. Won't be long, won't be long. Won't be long now until I reach you. Won't be long, won't be long. Everything I do is all for you. The Bubblegum Brothers. That's a wonderful name. The Bubblegum Brothers. That's beautiful, I think. That's beautiful. Life is beautiful. The Bubblegum Brothers. Hey, the skeleton is getting closer. The skeleton is getting closer. I'm scared. Bro's gonna die. Straight up chattering skeleton. Man, I'm just wandering through life. I didn't really get school. I didn't really get much of anything. Okay, so this is Dokodame. This is Dokodame. Sex and violence both feel pretty good in their own way, but I see the faces people pull when I fuck something or something up in front of them. So I've toned it down. I said it! Oops. I figure everything will be alright once. Ah! Ah! Heck. I don't got soap, but I got a goldfish cracker. I like the salt off my goldfish cracker. Mmm, yummy. Now that goldfish cracker is gonna be soggy. Heck. Whatever. I figure everything will be alright once I make it reach. It's just a matter of time. It'll be some big fun promo or whatever, and I'll happen to be along for the ride. I'll make a killing that way. I'll have one of those, whatchamacallits, a business partner. And I'll have a business partner. Someone will do all the thinking, I'll run around and get things done. Momentous occasion, alright! It's gotta work out that way. How else am I gonna make ends meet in this messed up society? Since you asked about it, I've been thinking. I might have come across a way to make some easy money. I suppose will be a perfect character in a story. He acts first and asks questions later. He gets quick results. There's nothing going on upstairs, and manipulating him is a breeze. Wasn't this what he wanted? Quick cash? There's no harm in me telling him. I'm just saying words. Turns out there's a small-time Yakuza group who has an office in a nearby apartment complex. I saw in some dumb YouTube video about local secrets. Oh, we're gonna mess this guy's life up! Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. It's right around the corner. Video guy got right up next to the building but didn't go inside. Seems pretty well hidden, unlike those places downtown. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of security. You could jump the outer wall if you really tried. And what, walk right on in, like they'd let me? There were a fair number of people going in and out on the video, and the door didn't seem to be locked. I think you just have to time it right. I'm sure they keep most of their money as safe, but you could slip in and pocket some quick cash. But they got stacks of bills just lying around. That could definitely work. Just no one has the balls to try. Do you have the balls? Sure, I'll do it. You will? I didn't think you'd say yes. Yeah, why not? You're my buddy. If you say it's a good idea, I'll do it. I'm not your buddy. Look, I don't want to be involved. It'll be fine. You keep a look at it and I'll take care of the rest. You're serious? He's actually gonna do it. Oh, heck, he's actually gonna do it. I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your friend, chump. Yeah, I'm not a chump. I'm incredulous, but I still agree to go through with it. Partly that's simple curiosity, but it's also partly guilty conscience. I read Dokudani's mind, and he's thinking the same crap he told me at work. I can make it work, I just gotta try, and heh, Hatsuyachi's finally warming up to me. It's good to be bros. I feel ashamed. We're not friends, and we're certainly not bros. I mean, he's a straight-up criminal at this point. Which isn't a deal-breaker for me, but still. I stand outside to keep watch on the front door, waiting for all the Yakuza to leave. They're a small operation. Just the 3 guys, I think, who tend to wander in and out at night. I doubt it's even on the radar that someone else could sneak in and rob them when they're gone. They're simply too small time for that to be an issue. Fear boys! Dokudami's got long legs, and they push him over the wall with little trouble. He's in and out in 5 minutes. On the way, he even rides the elevator down like he lives there. Yeah, he fits right in. Oh, freak, he actually did. Bro, they're gonna hunt you down. Bro, you better hope they didn't have cameras. They're gonna hunt you down. I'll be damned, it worked. I'll be damned, too. He's purloined a watch, a handful of precious gems, and a small wad of cash. He clearly grabbed everything that looked valuable, and not valuable enough to be nailed down. What are they gonna do, call the police? Not for this small theft. We did it, Hatsuyachi. We scored big time. Let's take it to the pachinko parlor. And risk losing it? I think not. Gamblers grow addicted to the sensation of success. Thus, beginner's luck is, contrary to popular perception, a form of bad luck, because constantly losing means avoiding addiction. Casino owners depend on this. They want players, everyone but the star marks who place the big bets, going home happy with a win under their belt, because those people return the next day with a friend. Now that Dokudani's tasted sweet success, I'll fear he'll never be able to return to his old life. Dokudami. Now I'll go think of how we're gonna get our next payday. He hands me 1 million yen. I'm impressed despite myself. This is bigger than my royalty check. Here's your share. I got 3 mil for the watch. I can't take this. I'll be implicated as a conspirator. All I did was share a hypothetical scenario with you. Man, shut up. Here's a hypothetical scenario of my own. I'm gonna give you a present of 1 mil because I feel like it. He really is quite good looking. A charmer in a way. Yowie, to him and his small-time criminal buddies, running cash legally is a little more high-stakes adventure. I doubt he recognizes he's done anything wrong. Well, we have 2 million seed money now.
We could sneak someone with inside knowledge to do a pachinko promo to clean out the parlor, or we could start filming amateur porn and sell it. We shouldn't need more than 200K to get a girl on the street for that. I'll put it to an overseas server that allows uncensored genitalia more golden. I'm just spitballing now. I have no intention of doing any of these things, but they're the sorts of things I would do if I didn't have any scruples. Scruples? Bro's just saying stuff! We all fantasize about what we might do if we were criminals. There's something wrong with speaking such fantasies aloud.
Sure, I could reach out to the chick from the massage parlor. I bet she'd agree to be in a porno if we let her wear a mask. You film us, Sasiachi. You keep coming up with ideas and I'll keep turning them into gold. You're gonna quit that job at the convenience store anyway, so come on. You and me, we're moving on to bigger and better things.
Oh, heck! Are we? This is not what most people would define as moving up in the world. Tokodami displays an impressive classy and zeal for executing my plans. He and Loco go at it like a couple of animals. We get it on tape, and we sell several million copies online. Once again, the idea guy, me, gets his cut of the profits. So does the girl who put everything but the lower half of her face on the internet for the whole world to see. She's happy with her 200,000 yen. Tokodami is happy too. His face is blurred out in most shots, with the camera leaving nothing else to the imagination. It doesn't bother him at all. He's proud of his bits on display.
Just look at me. I'm hung like a horse. Been huge since 2nd grade.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
You know what, Asiachi? I've been thinking. I got the cash, so I'm thinking I'll get some work done on me and try and become an idol. Punk idols are huge these days after all those Netflix shows, and I mean, I've always been good looking. What do you think? You have a shot?
Sure, why not? He is good looking, as much as I hate to admit it. He has a jawline and his face isn't half bad. He's conventionally attractive. Maybe that's all he has going for him, but at least he's got that.
You should come with me. You clean up good if you just stop slouching all the time. Come on, what do you say? You and me, bro, idols.
I'm not your bro.
Business partner, then.
We've shared enough misadventures to fill a novel. Keep it up and I might actually start to care for the guy. It's a frightening thought. Even if everything save the first break-in and robbery exists in a legal gray area, I don't know when this will blow up in my face. It might be wisest to back out now. Sorry, Dokodami-san. It's been fun, but now that I've left the convenience store job, I've got to buckle down and focus on writing. You'll understand how it is. We'll get lunch sometime. Literally just got caught for shrimping. I say... also shrimping.
Sure, man. Don't worry, I'll text you. Every day.
Prepare to be left unread.
Later, bro.
Vroom, vroom! The roar of an engine, he shoots off into the night, blonde hair flying in the wind. Faster techno shrimping! His bike is so black it gleams against the darkness. Hurry, Dakudami. Dakudami! Oh my goodness, my bad. Let me try that one again. Hurry, Dokudami. That's better. Hurry. Squeeze that throttle. I wonder when he'll have to hit the brakes. I wonder if he ever will. It's true what they say. Crime never pays, except when it does. Maybe that's just what he needs. As odd as it sounds, maybe men like him just rule the entertainment world. Can be his relative voice sounds quite fascinating? Hee. Uh-oh. Hey, kid. The guy you're talking to. You a friend of yours? Sorry, what? Oh, heck. We're cooked. I'm stopped by a rough-looking guy in his 40s or 50s. Actually, rough-looking is an understatement. This man's trouble.
Me and my boys been looking for him. You know him?
Me and my boys. That'd be the Yakuza whose office we broke into. Quick peek inside his head shows he doesn't know I was a part of it. Maybe I can still talk my way out of this. Only kinda. We used to work night shifts together, but I just quit that job. I was saying goodbye. Sorry, I don't know him well outside of work.
That's so, you don't know his address or nothing?
No, sorry. Like I said, we don't hang out outside of work. I don't even know his first name.
Yeah, that's alright. We know where he hangs around. You stay out of trouble now, night shift kid. Don't go for a friend in the likes of him.
Old, mean, and ugly turns and is soon swallowed up by the darkness. Dokodami's days are numbered. Oh, heck! He's not a bad guy, just misguided, but the change of heart now he might just live through this. This is what he gets for being a dumb punk. This option's not available! Oh, we're locked into the bad route. Oh, freak, we're locked into the bad route. Yeah, misguided by us. We're the ones who misguided him. Heck. R.I.P., bro. Weird route jingle! Is this what he gets? The price he'll pay for what he's done. Whatever, it's not my business. I don't care what happens to him. I'm going home. I plan to write about the criminal underworld in my next book. My scenes display a shocking degree of realism. No choices, only pain. So true. Light novels readers will eat it up. They're just immature enough to for that edgy stuff. There was a manga-like surrealism to running with Dokodami. Honestly, it wasn't so bad. Many times I stared at his butthole and junk from the other side of a video camera. I think I've lost count. Man, you can hate someone or be indifferent to someone all you want. If you've seen someone's butthole that much, then you're bros no matter what. Freak. We're bad end maxing. Welcome back. How's the mental going today? Well, I think we just got a guy killed, so good. I'll drink some water. When I'm an old woman, you'll be an old man. You can talk like a charmer, but your belly will bloat. Well, things really not changing when I'm old. You like your girls young, so I have to worry. Freaky. Bing, bing. When I head down to the living room to get something to drink, I'm surprised to run into my father. What's he doing getting back in the middle of the night? What's up, Dad?
So you're still a night owl, I worry about you, my boy. My boy!
No, you don't. You've always been well,
boys basically raise themselves.
To be honest, I'm glad they're hands off with us. It'd be a real pain in the ass if they were the overprotective type. Still, that doesn't mean I'm not always thinking about leaving. In fact, I'm planning to leave with Sahana when she's in high school. Will our household manage to limp on for a few more years, carried on by sheer inertia and force of habit? And if so, what will they do after Sahana and I have left? The future's too complex a thing to fathom.
Since you're here, why don't you take a seat?
Ugh.
My boy!
It's all covered in blood and guts! Now I'm really feeling the style. Nighttime, living room, booze, tea, my father. How come you're getting home so late anyway?
Well, your dad's pretty popular with the ladies, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's really sweaty now. It's sweaty and nasty and covered in bits. It's easy to be popular when you're paying for it. Okay, maybe he didn't meet her at a brothel, but I'm sure she's only seeing him in hopes of snaring a regular client or milking him for gifts. Young women aren't attracted to average old men, just their wallets. It looks like someone took a bite of the lipstick. Still, my father's contributed his labor to society. His salary's pretty good compared to his peers. Maybe the second adolescence coming in like a late spring is a little extra spice that all sad old men need in their dull lives.
You might find it hard to believe, but I was quite the ladies' man in my youth.
Ew. Here it comes. The sentimental nonsense from a guy who was never half the playboy he thinks. If he was some Casanova, he wouldn't have ended up with a nagging wife who hates him, with both of them constantly cheating on each other. If he's bragging and posturing like this to the girl he's fooling around with, there's no way she's attracted to him.
Yeah, I was pretty wild.
I'll tell you what's wild, being able to read minds, so please just stop. Sure or not, it wouldn't change the fact that this man is bald and soft around the middle. He looks like a kappa, a match set with my mom the pig. You think there's someone out there charitable enough to shack up with a kappa or a pig out of the goodness of their own heart? I don't know. Dad, that woman's in it for the cash. And I'll thank you not to use your son like a fleshlight to dump your rose-colored reminiscences. You're so bland and appealing that your only redeeming feature is your ability to uncomplainingly conform to capitalism and produce results. That's all you have. 100! Let's go! But ice cream and Mamma Mia. I love ice cream. Oh! I have a popsicle in the freezer! I have a bubblegum flavored popsicle in the freezer. I'll celebrate too after stream. Men really are sad creatures. No matter how old they are, they're always desperate to compete, to prove that the alpha male. Though he's not alone, Mom's lusting after dresses like she wants to stay a little princess forever. Everyone's equally shitty, I guess. But before long, this woman I'm wooing is gonna be mine. And I'll move out to live near her work. I get that he's drunk, but I wish he'd stop talking like this. It's making the tea sour in my mouth. You think Mom's got someone on the side, too?
Not possible. Not at her age.
And the same go for you. Nothing's impossible. Maybe I'll stir the pot a bit. Same could be said of you, though. I don't care either way, but theoretically speaking, there's a non-zero chance. And Mom's been splurging on new clothes and accessories and stuff lately.
That's my money that one is spending.
It's true that he earned it. Mostly rough being a man his age. You can bring in all the money you want, but if the wife isn't happy, this is how it ends up. You never know what's going on during a bored housewife's leisurely afternoon. Or a bored house fia's leisurely afternoon. You never know what's going on during a bored house fia's leisurely afternoon. I could be playing Minecraft.
Asuya, you and Sahana can live with me. I'll sell this house.
No thanks. Sahana and I will live on our own. I mean, aren't you gonna be living with your girlfriend?
I don't know if I call her my girlfriend. Make up your mind, old man. Anyway, aren't you writing some kind of otaku book? You can write about me and all the crazy things I got up to as a teen. I was a real legend. I can't deal with this drunkard anymore. And suddenly he started scarring down chips along with his beer. Ooh, chips! This is how people get fat. But he's always taking this girl and his employees out for fancy dinners to show off. I can see him trying to look cool at the hostess clubs and bars. The beer belly is a physical manifestation of middle-aged appetite. I'll escape up to my room. In the morning, Mom will fly off the handle when she smells the alcohol stink out his breath and sees the mess in the living room. Maybe I should go with them into a real fight when that happens. It's starting to piss me off the way these people cling to Sahana's talents. Keeping their golden goose is the only thing they're both set on. As the stairs creak beneath my feet, his drunken emotions wend their way into my brain. You should think more highly of me, Asuya. I'm impressive, you know? Sure, I was shy and withdrawn as a kid. I might not have had much experience with women, but I did have some. I really don't have much awareness of the kind of money adults make, but I'm a pretty big earner. I work hard enough to be allowed a side piece or two. You'll understand the toil one day. Couldn't outrun the jaws of capitalism. Feeling to meet my daily quota was just too frightening a prospect. I had nothing else. No way to determine my own value other than increasing the amount I earned. Sure, people talk about personal growth and all that, but it's so vague. Increase your performance at work and you get a promotion, a raise, get more valuable. You should understand your father's value, Asuya. My new girl, she understands how hard I work. She acknowledges my worth. Maybe she mostly just wants my money, but I'd say 30% of it is genuine respect. Okay, 20%. Show me a little respect, Asuya. Your mom has no interest in me anymore. No respect. All that's left is to figure out how we'll divvy things up in the divorce. We may decide to stay together for appearance's sake. Oh, it's still Dad talking. If she's cheating, that's the end of the line for her. I won't stand for that. It's my money. I'm within my right to spend my own money on girls, but that woman didn't earn a penny of it. I bet she's waiting until she's secured another man to leave me. This is what women do. They wait until they've got a safe landing before jumping ship. It's all about self-preservation. You can't trust whores either. Today she said we're on a date, but am I really the only one getting the special treatment? Bro, you're drunk. Go to sleep. Hey, Asuya. I know you always sneered at both work and sex. I was wondering how you're gonna do with your life, but it looks like you're going to be a writer. I guess you have your own answers. I envy you. Writers are pretty well regarded, right? They're only worth more than me. I wish someone would tell me I have value. I wish someone would acknowledge my worth. Is my value really only measured in how much money I make?
Yours is a simple mistake, Dad. There's only one person around here who values work and nothing else. You. You were brought up believing that beauty was only to be found in labor. The arts held no interest for you, and you spent 40 years on this planet thinking only what society pressured you to. Read a poem. Though it's probably too late now. I guess it's only natural to get a little sentimental when your family's completely fallen apart. Sahana, they may be our family, but your big brother can't stand these bloated feelings any longer. Literally, bro, to say you right, woman. Literally. Dong! 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 I wonder if the order you do them in does something, or if there's maybe a new game plus. Dropping like flies! Sorry, me. Desert! Summer desert! Mentioned! Ding ding ding! For the first time ever, our literature club sold out of Lit Flea anthologies. All 50 copies gone. 50 floppy volumes are rattling around out there in the big wide world. It's amazing in a way. It's amazing that 50 people shelled out hard-earned cash for the work of a bunch of rank amateurs. Regrettably, I'm the sole source of our newfound success. Many people who came up to our booth said they liked my work and were asked which one of us was Hasuya-sensei. Probably an eyebrow twitched from Hiyakawa-senpai every time. I'm sorry, senpai. The world is a cruel place. As is the industry. Ooh, they're all distorted now! They're all distorted now! Look, senpai, we sold out.
Thanks to your fans. I'm not going to lie. I don't like your tone.
Well, it is what it is. I locked into getting published, and hey, this means you're getting more eyes on your work. Could be they'll like your story better than mine.
I doubt it. People are biased. They'll gravitate to the work of a pro or some dumb college student.
What do you think of the other short stories in the collection? I'd value your opinion.
Amateur hour. Few were written with any serious care, and even fewer were worth the paper they were printed on. Impressive in a way.
You put in serious care.
You make it sound like an insult.
You're reading too much into it. You think everything I say is an insult? Because 90% of it is. But hey, that's how it works between us. You want to stand on the same sanctified stage I occupy? You want to duke it out with me in the ring. Bring it on, senpai. But we're all in the stage of society where writing is judged purely by its entertainment value. I can't be the only one taking all the hits. I'll wind up punch drunk. I can't do it all alone. You and I'll be Joe Yabuki and Carlos Rivera, both down for the count. That's what you want, isn't it, Senpai? Isn't that the world you dream of? We have to keep writing, Senpai. We have to write more. Here's what it takes to break into the publishing scene.
Who cares about getting published? I don't write for mass appeal.
For the intellectuals, then.
You're totally insulting me now.
I learned for the best, Senpai.
I'm still working my core thesis. It hasn't come together yet. It's hard, conveying philosophical truth.
Whose philosophies are you writing based on?
I'd say, but the names would mean nothing to you.
Try me. If you can't tell me, how will you ever be able to communicate it to the average reader?
What, do you think name-dropping folk all...
These are all names I'm not smart enough to pronounce!
Will get my point across better?
Maybe. I know a little political...
Well, alright then.
I could pursue the point, but even he doesn't know what he's saying. His brow is a perpetual furrow of wrinkles.
I'll have there's lots of important literature that never saw commercial success.
Foucault! Mostly French. If you don't pronounce half the letters, it's gotta be French. Whatever you say, Senpai.
That's what stops me.
It's like someone did offer to publish your work, though.
That's a big supposition. Until that happens, I'll just write what I like. I wrote whatever I wanted for Liftly, didn't I? I don't like people imposing constraints on my art.
Yeah, sure, it's hard to keep up an ending rambling with an editor breathing down your neck.
Oh yes, I suppose.
You ever talked with an editor, Senpai?
Not exactly.
The plow carves fresh rows of wrinkles into his face with every sentence. Listen, you really ought to keep improving. One day you'll be ashamed you ever debuted with a...
No, listen, you really ought to keep improving. One day you'll be ashamed you ever debuted with a shoddy book.
You think it's shoddy?
I do, it's just barely publishable. Basically a gimmick with no hope of a sequel. Clearly he didn't know how to write anything better.
Noted for future reference.
You little son of a...
What does the publishing industry mean to you anyway, Senpai? Goddess, the object of his affections to be yearned over night and sleepless night. Or a devil, the object of a burning hatred so strong it consumes the hater. A trap that snares those willing to compromise their vision. Although I admit that a handful of truly talented people do come along once in a blue moon. The panopticism! Yay! Like who?
You have to ask. Well, obviously, Ogoku Natsuko for one. Moi Hiroshi for another.
And everyone else is a cheap hack?
I wouldn't go that far, but... Well, what do you think? About the commercial aspect of your work, or the industry itself?
It's a conglomeration.
What?
Relationships, values, money, time, distribution patterns, love, hatred. It's a conglomeration of all those things.
Stop pretending to be some kind of author.
I am quite literally an author. By the way, Senpai, I read the story you posted online.
That old thing.
You really like cute girls, don't you?
Female lead's an important fixture in any story. Meanwhile, your stuff is no eye candy worth mentioning. The way you're constantly complaining protagonist drones on and on. I feel like I'm reading your autobio. Modern horror?
I love horror! You want to be one of the genuine talents you spoke of, don't you?
Of course I do. That's why I'm here, in the club.
Good luck to both of us, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Socks! Baggy socks so there's more room for Malay inside. We have to write. We have to write. Write what? Words. And what are words? Put enough words together and you get sentences. Put enough sentences together and you get a book, right? Print lots of copies of a book, load them into trucks, and ship them to bookstores around the nation, right? Convince a bunch of random strangers around the country to exchange their hard-earned wages for said books, right? Isn't that all writing is? Stringing sentences together. Assembling a bunch of words that someone else made up in the first place. Just Shakespeare and make your own words. Senpai, having genuine talent is the most isolating thing there is. Tragedy is writer's ink. Isn't that right, Senpai? Making literature is a simple matter of experiencing great tragedy and regurgitating it on the page exactly as it happened. Who gives a damn about style or structure? I sure don't. That's not real literature, that's phony stuff. The ones who've been disenfranchised since birth are the ones with the competitive edge. They're the ones with true talent. Isn't that right, Senpai? But it's not enough to have personal tragedy. 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 Anyone can die unloved and unmissed without becoming a literary giant. Throw it all away, Senpai. Abandon it. Abandon everything. The entire world. You have to. Otherwise, you'll never truly write. Triangle. 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 Those phonies you were talking about, they're the ones who don't abandon everything. The ones who write to meet popular demand. I agree with you, Senpai. I really, truly do. But at least I'm in the ring. You're the coward heckling from the sidelines. A far more pathetic role. Listen, Senpai, I'm tired. I'm tired of standing up here all alone. It hasn't even been a year since I stepped into the ring. And I've spent a full 20 years murdering phonies and fakes. Please, Senpai, don't be like them. Come be genuine with me. Bro wants to drag him down. We're gonna have Redditor Yali at this rate. Please, 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 Senpai. Come save me. Come save me, Ikawa-senpai. I've destined everything for my life save my sister. This is literally Redditor Yali happening right before our eyes. Night after night, Ikawa-senpai turns out social media post after social media post. Hot jealousy simmers in his chest and sets him trembling. No, I don't want to be one of those pitiful hacks who write whatever sells. What's a literary debut worth anyway? Getting a book published is easy. Getting your second book published, now that's the hard part. No one published these days has any talent. They're all phonies. All they care about are their reader reviews. They're slaves under the editor's thumbs. If you want to be a slave to literature. Read philosophy. Maybe learn something for a change. You're coasting through life, a lot of you. Capitalism's rubes. Commercial authors. Who gives a damn about commercial authors? His turbid emotions are on a rivulet of mud that seeps into the broader currents of the cyber sea. Please, Senpai, don't be like them. Come be genuine with me. Please. Please. Please, Senpai. Come save me. Come save me, Ikawa-senpai. You and I share a personal tragedy, don't we, Senpai? Don't we bleed from the same wounds? You're like me. You're genuine just like me. Please, Senpai. I've jettisoned everything from my life save my sister. Sahana-chan. Oh, freak! I have a feeling this isn't going to end well. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. That they that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. We're straight up reading Bible verses now. Jules! You know, Sensei, I'm not as calculating as you think, Sensei. You think I'm some black-hearted temptress who seduces every man she meets, don't you, Sensei? You think I'm the first obstacle in your career as a writer, here to catch a free ride in your accomplishments, don't you, Sensei? But you know, Sensei. Sensei. You always act like you can read people's minds, so I bet you know all my thoughts already, don't you, Sensei? Sensei. With my second book still incomplete, my embarrassing debut found limited success, becoming a conversation point in certain subcultures. I won't complain about more fans, but when they're all talking like they found a promising diamond in the rough, I feel like I'm in a precarious position, taking their attention for granted, and before I know it, I'll be wallowing in past glories to the bar with the rest of the has-beens. One girl somehow likes my maiden work enough to cosplay one of the characters. Not some nobody either, a real cosplayer with 20k followers. Apparently I'm a promising enough investment to be worth trying to get on the ground floor. I refused to let it go to my head, but I still retweeted to my own account. There I go, letting someone else inside the fortress of my timeline. A cosplay I don't even know, no less. The flesh is weak indeed, but I'm flattered. I can't deny it, I'm only human. The creator is God to the fans, it seems. Immediately she goes off about getting noticed by the author. I'm gonna thank you for my replies. What kind of golden caption is this? I'm actually thanking her just for reading my book, let alone evangelizing it. Divine attention, however, will elevate her rank among the faithful. This kind of interaction isn't part of the traditional authorship. It's a product of my age. The flesh is weak. But there's a bottle. Put tactfully, you're cultivating a fan community. Put more cynically, you're doing PR. Success is the cure for all writers' woes. I need to write another novel. A manuscript. A book. Any words at all. Shiny, shiny. Do you believe in feminine intuition, Sensei? Oh yeah, women are more fragile, so they need to be more sensitive to danger. Makes sense they develop a heightened awareness of threats. You're always so logical, Sensei. I think I get what it feels like. My intuition's pretty good too. That's true. You always seem like you can see right through people. I don't know what that's about seeing exactly. Maybe it is. You seem pretty perceptive yourself. Like all women, able to read the room. Or maybe you mean the way a people pleaser knows what everyone wants. Maybe I'd put it snarkily then, I guess. Think you're the sensitive one, Sensei.
I'm just nervous, that's all.
My intuition has nothing to do with logic. It's just something I was born with. A sense of destiny. Maybe it was destiny even before birth, since the moment my genes decided to make me a woman.
Girls your age go in for all that stuff, right? Destiny and astrology and all that.
I didn't mention astrology. I stand by what I said, though. It's fate. And what does your fate have in store for you? Funny you should ask, Sensei. I think pretty soon it'll all be over for me.
Over? Why?
Because everything I've ever tried to hide is going to be exposed to the last person I want to see it. Although really, I think they always knew. They just pretended not to see it. Seems so weird when I say it out loud.
When you say it'll all be over, what do you mean?
That's for you to decide, Sensei. I can tell you know. That's my fate. One woman's destiny.
Who decided it? God?
I don't think I'll know until I die. Feminine intuition is a spiritual thing. But if God is the one who decides what must be stamped on my DNA, then I suppose it must be him.
Botan and I started to see each other more often after that. I want to write. To finish my second book. Why is that? Because I want more girls oohing and eyeing over me? No, it can't be. Pretty soon a guy with similar tastes would make me just as happy. Then who do I want to impress? Not some cosplayer for sure. I don't give a shit about some girls gonna move right onto the skin piece character design from whatever gotcha tops the sales ranking next week. Oh! But in that case... In our cynicism, we nihilists take the reductionist view of love. That's mere biology, a defect of the brain. There is a defect with fate at work. The more you interact with someone, the more you fixate on them, and the more mental space they occupy. Once that crosses a threshold, you think about them constantly. If that's all love is, then... Like I'd let myself believe that, in her dreams. I did try for a while. There have been times when, as we take our time, get to know each other, and open up enough to understand each other, I considered letting her in. But that wouldn't help anything. You can't actually share what's in your head. I've been keenly aware of that since I was little. Now I've given up hope for more. That's not resentment talking, just experience. Say, in a moment of madness, I let myself believe. We wound up dating. I'd be stuck in a relationship where I had to pretend I was opening up while hiding the real truth. I know how these things go. I don't need to read Botan's mind to know the color of her thoughts. We have similar sensibilities, I think. In that sense, she's the ideal reader for my work. Or maybe after enough conversation, I just convinced myself of that. If I pushed ahead with this mistake, that would lead to marriage and children. An unimaginable future for a coward like me. How are the many, many couples in the world so unafraid of the yawning chasm between two people? In the end, all we do is find the safe distance, toe a line we're too scared to cross. We act like our insubstantial conversations bring us a little closer, but as one moves forward, the other pulls back, and the gap never shrinks. So I don't have to read her mind. Hee. Man, I gotta get emulating, what the heck? I'm sure she feels the same. Sensei? She's a siren. And we're tempting each other with our songs. I saw you flirting with that cosplayer online, Sensei. How does it feel to see a pretty girl dressed up as someone from your work? She feigns jealousy, gauging the distance yet again. We're equally defective. Both of us try to take the high ground, demanding you first, not me. A pair of cowards. There's such a thing as two alike. But you don't really like her, do you, Sensei? You think she's just trying to hitch your wagon on the next big thing. You tell yourself you're too smart to fall for her tricks, so it's okay to let her stroke your ego. Feminine intuition. Not so different from what I have, perhaps. Maybe tonight you'll check her profile to see if she's posted anything new, and every time you look, you'll make up a reason to tell yourself it's okay. I wish she wouldn't say it, but she will. How's that any different from me sitting in the boys' laps at school? Which one of us is biologically superior? Maybe it's both of us. You and me, we can both attract attention from the opposite sex. We're as two peacocks spreading our fans, aren't we, Sensei? Come on, you know I'm right. Yeah, things would be so much easier if we were birds. What are you replying to, Sensei? Does it need to be something in particular? We're already kind of talking by feel. I mean, not like I can make eye contact. Oh, you're psychic, Sensei. Judging by the wicked smile on her lips, she knows exactly what I mean. She's making out like I'm crazy, but only because I blinked first. Sensei? 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 Do you know the parable of the 10 virgins, Sensei? If you call yourself a writer, you must have at least tried to read the Gospels. 10 virgins go out with lamps to see the bridegroom, but half of them forget to bring oil. The foolish ones' lamps go out on the way, and they are allowed into the bridegroom's house. The Gospels call the virgins who brought oil the wise ones.
But you know, Sensei, I don't think that's fair. You did all that wrong to run ahead so eagerly you forget about some greasy old lamp oil? Doesn't that just show your sincerity? I think you still don't really understand me, Sensei. With all your wisdom, you've gotten one thing wrong. All we try to do is live with all our might. Spitting in God's eye to revel in being alive and young. I'm the kind of girl who forgets their oil. You know, Sensei, we girls are purer of heart than you think.
Radical dreamers.
Totally tubular! You know, Sensei, I think my fate is almost here.
Dong!
Are? 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 Are?
Ade, 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 ade!
But I can still click them after they break? Oh freak. Oh heck. Oh freak. Oh heck. I'm most jealous of people who have lived a life filled with shame. So far, I've managed to go through life without suffering any major humiliations. My existence is an exercise in self-preservation. Sure, what little pride I have has been trampled more than once, and I've never gotten angry over it, nor made any effort to reinflate it. To be honest, yes, I simply envied them. Too ashamed to let my envy show, I just dedicated my life to hiding my complex, and at some point I started to delude myself that God or something was rewarding me for being a genuinely good guy. I've never had any belief in God. I look down on religious people as fools who can't make up their minds for themselves. But I still wanted salvation. I was stupid. So stupid.
Madoka magical.
So stupid. It took time for me to come to terms with that fact. I believed or wanted to believe that everyone was like this. I thought my friend with his hunched back and surly expression was an idiot like me. Reading his books, acting like he's the shit. Desperate to sound literary so people would think he's smart. He's a shitty personality. That's why he has no friends. Stupid idiot failing at life. The same way I won my own mental victories I find the flaws in my classmates. That guy only cares about being popular with the girls. Him, his only redeeming feature is that he's rich. I was an average Joe who whips himself to do well in sports even though he'll never make it as a pro. And me? I'd have a sense of superiority from looking down on other people. I suppose you could say I felt omnipotent. During adolescence, I believed that, whatever my status at the time, I would blossom eventually. Unlike everyone else my age, I could see reality for what it was, and I grasped it on a deeper level. I knew things more important than schoolwork. I knew a darkness deeper than friendship or love. Night after night, I surfed the net, visiting shady sites to unearth the truth about the world. I'm gifted. I'm gifted. I'm gifted. No, you're not, you idiot. With time, that sense of omnipotence faded. By the time I started university, it had been completely subsumed by an inferiority complex. Why am I the only one who can't get things right? Everyone else seems to have something I don't. They all seem decently good-looking. Aren't I at least okay? Good enough to get a girlfriend. Wait, what if I'm hideous? Am I the only person in the world who's single? They all seem to know about all these books and movies I've never heard of. I got my ass in gear and watched a Tarantino movie. I didn't really get it, but people said it was cool. I tried bringing up Pulp Fiction to some guy who seemed like he was into that kind of stuff, but then he mentioned Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and I didn't really know what he was talking about, so I just said, oh yeah, that one, and the conversation fizzled out. I want to fly. I want to fly in the sky. I want to spread my wings and soar into Tokyo's narrow, polluted sky.
Rose gonna fly, alright.
Thanks for coming out this late, man. My office is down there. Damn, looks pretty run down, but they don't even lock the door to the roof. You know what, Hasia? I've never read a single book. He kept semi-unironically referencing it, so I tried reading Das Kapital. It was so freaking boring. I had no idea what he was going on about. I looked for bad reviews online. Seems like Japanese people love tearing that book apart. I saw reviews like, it's just a bunch of dribble from an elite who never worked a day in his life, and shut up and get a job, and this country would be hollowed out without capitalism. Apparently labor is something done by slaves. They don't have the brains to think for themselves, so they have to move their bodies instead. The convenience store night shift sucks, right? We're modern-day slaves. Even your daily bread is by the sweat of your brow. Personal responsibility. I don't really get it, but it feels like at some point the world was rewritten so that working became the only respectable thing to do with your life. It's like we've all been brainwashed to believe that, or like, programmed not to rebel against labor.
I sound like an angsty teen or a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to work. You can say that with real conviction, Hasia. I envy you. I want to be that reckless too.
He who does not respect himself is a slave. Jump off the roof. Jump off the roof.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it's a quote. I'm bad for not being well read. I'm Natsume Soseki, huh? The author? People really read books. Do they get the meaning behind the philosophical movies and anime? You know, I really don't have a clue about anything. I'm serious. I act as though I do. I just kind of skate on. I figured one day everything would fall into place and it'd all balance out. But bit by bit, the gears slipped out of alignment, and before I knew it, I had reached the point of no return. Save me. Every time I try to think of a solution, my mind goes blank, and next thing I know, I'm on my phone watching shorts or playing games. Social media is like a habit I can't quit, and every time I look at it, I see other people my age with all these followers kissing their asses, and I want to kill them. I felt that way about you, too. Wish you'd stop being so pretentious. Sorry. I don't want to think about that. Don't have the mental space to, anyway. I guess I don't have the space to think. All my time ends up being filled with work without me even realizing it. I'm a slave. I work because I don't want to think. I gotta be the perfect example of the exploited laborer, don't you think? An insect following its programming. I want to fly. God, your expression never changes. I always hated that smug look. Pretentious asshole. But you're pretty impressive, Hasia. I mean, you published a goddamn book. I was genuinely trying to encourage you, man. Seriously. Like, I really wanted to root for you. I want to fly. You know, I always thought that you get this look on your face, like you can read other people's minds. You're doing it right now. You can't tell. You look really sad, man. Like you're really going through it. Sorry, but I'm gonna ask you to shoulder one more burden for me. For once, I want to say something appropriate for me, the protagonist of my own life. Remember that I lived, my friend. That's all I need now.
Watch me fly, mama! Spamton, my friend. Spamtoning Deltoron. You can fly. I believe in you. What's bro laughing for?
Here I go. I can fly. Frick you, capitalism.
Bang! Gusha, gusha, gusha. There's a dull, wet thud. Heard that sound once before. I wonder how that guy's doing these days. I guess Igusa only had one jump in him. Yeah, it's been a while since the day I heard that sound. We get gore! Let's go! We get gore! We get gore! Let's go! He's a butterfly! Yes! He finally became a beautiful butterfly. It was inevitable, really. Igusa always suffered under the yoke of his inferiority complex. Now he's finally free. He must have figured this was the only way. Must have pushed his pitiful little brain to the limit to come to this decision. You don't have to work anymore. You don't have to think anymore. I believe I can fly. You took flight, escaping even the clutches of capitalism. You looked awesome doing it. My first and only friend. Bro's even got his guts out. That's crazy. Bro's even got his guts out. That's beautiful. The way they made the blood pool shaped like butterfly wings, that's awesome. That's epic. That's so cool. I wasn't expecting gore, so I got excited and happy. I thought maybe they would just show like blood or something, or like, oh, zoom in on his like face with like blood and his eyes are all dull. But no, I wasn't expecting like whole on viscera. I got excited. You play trading card games, Alcia? Nah, they're boring. Besides, who would I play with? You're my only friend. That's all I'm asking. I want to start playing. I'll pass. I can read minds, so card games don't hold much appeal for me. Dude, you sound like you should be wearing a cloak. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Does that mean you can tell if it's a rare card in a pack without opening it? It's not the same as X-ray vision, dumbass. Jeez, fine. I don't need you then, dumbass. Your head is so full of stupid thoughts, dumbass. Screw you. Hey, let's go kill time at the arcade. Fine, dumbass. Da-dun-da-dun.
And so ends the first.
Oni-chan, it's been said that humanity is a slave to wheat. With the realization that they could secure a stable food supply by increasing wheat production, humans began their tradition from hunting to agriculture. As they began to work for their crops, it created the concept of labor, and then the resulting concept of community. Thus, wheat enabled the population to increase and civilization to flourish. People became concerned with the passage of time and the seasons, and learned to live with one eye on tomorrow. Until then, people had been happy simply living for the moment. But once they realized the importance of harvest time, they began to adjust themselves around it. That's when life as we know it began.
Who starts a conversation like that? Well, it's because she's been, like, shut in for too long. She's a little child who never goes to school.
Pleem pleem.
Exactly, we got the pleem pleem. I just realized there's a Santa in the bottom. There's a Santa down here. You guys see the Santa down here? I don't know why he's here, but there's a Santa. There's a Santa over here. Santa. That was the beginning of labor. From there, people invented all different kinds of work. Management to increase the yield, the production of granaries and other sites, all kinds of different jobs and roles sprouted up too. And those who are unable to serve a role get gradually isolated from the group. Before you know it, the people who are considered useless are being forced to work at the command of the elites above them. And no one even knows how they could resist. We're taught that it's proper and correct to follow the rules. We don't even question the fact that we spend our whole lives working ourselves to the bone for the benefit of those in power. The more you work, the less time you have, and the narrower your worldview becomes. People aren't just exploited because they're stupid. They grow stupid because they're exploited. Humanity is inextricable from labor. Everyone's living the hard-scrabble life. You could argue that, if all you ever get from life is endless labor, the wisest choice is to make your exit partway through. That was all just some silly nonsense I read in a book recently, Oni-chan. I mean, it has nothing to do with us. We're committing slow suicide together, cut off from the rest of the world. Even now, somewhere out there, the wheat is multiplying. Don't leave me in those fields of gold, Oni-chan. And people were complaining that there wasn't enough Sahana. And people were complaining there wasn't enough Sahana in this game. Those people are crazy. Little kids will kill bugs without a thought, right? I must be a little kid then, because they'll be out here killing bugs without a thought. Bang! 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 Every beat will die instantly. It's because they can't yet comprehend that bugs are living creatures just like them. Yeah, everybody's sick in the head in this family. Then again, animals kill the weak without mercy. You could say that it's the natural order of things for the strong to prey upon the weak. Perhaps the more arrogant perspective is seeing all life as equal. As fellow living beings, isn't it only proper to fully exercise our biologically superior human strength and intellect by torturing and killing the bugs whose lives are dictated by mere signals? There's no answer to such a question, because the world revolves around capitalism regardless. I killed a wasp the other day. There was a wasp in my room. I sprayed it with hairspray, then I squished it in a napkin. Yeah, he's dead. Bro's not even clickable anymore. He's dead. He is beyond died. And his brains were out. Of course he's dead. Gas him or kill him? Nah. I just told him, I believe in you, bro. I believe you can fly. He was like, I want to fly. And I was like, you can do it, buddy. And then he was like, okay. You ever been a kid and hate how unfair it is that everyone's smart but you? I've been that kid. I've been that kid every day. The wasp? Yeah! What you do is, when there's a wasp, you spray it with hairspray and it sticks their wings so they can't fly around all crazy style. They curl up into a ball and they can't move anymore because the hairspray is so sticky, and then you can kill it safely without getting stung. If you have a strong with hairspray, it works on most bugs. It works on most bugs. If it's strong enough. I've used it on a spider before. But it's gotta be really strong if you're a spider, because they can, like, step. Been that kid every day of my life. I'm assuming this is Dogodami talking. Everyone takes life more seriously than I do. Everyone thinks all this complex adult stuff. Back when I was little, I heard I was the only one who didn't. It was only when I got to middle school that I realized I wasn't alone. By that time, we all started to notice who had the brains and who didn't. We'd spy each other across the classroom. There's a few of us at first and think, hey, that kid's just like me. He's dumb too. So us dumb kids got together and learned to ride the mopeds the older guys let us use. We'd blast through red lights late at night and have the time of our lives. The police would come after us, so we'd scatter. Mopeds are awesome for dodging cops. You can do super tight turns on those suckers, and we lost the cops more often than not. Looking back at it now, I wonder if we had just been better off getting caught. Maybe sometime in juvie would have set us on a better path. Maybe if I'd had some dour-looking counselor who could explain me how come I was the only kid who was bad at math, the only kid who couldn't figure out all the school stuff, maybe I would have turned out different. Listen, Husky, I just don't want you to think badly of me. Hope you believe me, man, cause I'm serious here. I never bullied any nerds. I never took their money or nothing.
Use for alcohol gel or viscous soap to another moment. More like vicious soap. What? Cause use as a weapon. So it's vicious soap.
Nerds were on my side. They didn't know how to navigate life any better than I did. I'm stupid, but I've got enough brains to know the bit of muscle's no reason to think I'm better than a nerd. But yeah, I made girls cry. I'm no saint. Man, I sound cringe just saying that. I just don't know any other way to put it. It's the truth. It's surprising when the girls in my class started falling for me. I'm talking good girls, the straight-laced kind. I guess they wanted something different, the thrill of the unknown, maybe. I showed one of them that I wasn't all bad, and the next thing I knew, she was throwing herself at me. We'd fool around, and when she'd have a bad day, I'd take her to the beach on the back of my bike. They'd get her sobbing and thanking me all the way home, and that night she'd be posting pictures on Instagram of the night sky and stuff. A couple days go by, and I'd find her cheating on me. Made me realize what people are like deep down. Scrape off the surface underneath, we're all trash. You know, Asiachi, I was glad when you started working this job with me. Here's a guy who doesn't know what to do with his life any more than I do, I thought. Here's a guy who, in a really crazy way, is even dumber than me. You know what else I thought? I can't wait to be friends.
I bumped into Dokodami by coincidence. He runs up to me breathing hard. Well, I'm out on one night getting my caffeine fix. Man looks like he's running a marathon.
Shit, Hasiachi, I've got guys on my tail.
The Yakuza found you already?
Looks like it. I guess I better skip town. Damn, I love this place.
I'll send you a letter from my new address when I settle down. Well, who's saying it? Settle down where? Oh, okay.
Send you a letter from my new address when I settle down.
Settle down where?
Instantly, the flippant, devil-may-care expression on his face vanishes. An ominous figure materializes behind him.
Dokodami's decision has come too late. He should have hopped on his bike and sped off the moment he knew he was being hunted. But of course he sat on his ass and did nothing. That's what made him a dumbass, a low-level punk in the first place. He must have stuck around to say goodbye to his bros, and that's how they caught up to him.
You Dokodami-kun?
The figure barks out. It's not old me and ugly, the man who accosted me before, but a single glance at I need to know that this man is trouble too.
You got me, huh? Am I gonna? Well, I ain't gonna let you off with a warning.
Uh-oh. They're playing the cheerful music. Dokodami turns on his heel and flees. He sprints full tilt, pell-mell into the darkness of the back alley. His speed is a reflex, almost animalistic. With a simple game of chase, his reaction time can be fast enough to shake his pursuers. In terms of pure physicality, Dokodami's a beautiful specimen. An animal of muscle, of reflexes, charismatic good looks. Bro keeps talking about how pretty Dokodami is. This is literally yaoi. But not of intellect. Long, long ago, humans began devising ever more effective devices for killing at a distance. It started with the bow, groundbreaking innovation. A man can kill a living, breathing thing and leave no blood on his hands. These tools open up endless cruel possibilities. Pew! A single gunshot rips through the silence of the night that belongs to our solitary souls. Farewell, Dokodami. If it hadn't been for you, I would quit my dead-end job at the convenience store sooner. The alleyway is filled with the acrid stench of blood. Reddish-brown liquid stains the moonlight. There must have been something between Dokodami's ears after all, for now it leaks all across the pavement. Cutest shot pick on shot. Pew! The man who killed Dokodami addresses me. He gives me no reason to believe he'll kill me too. Disposing of a second dead body is hassle enough to discourage it. But let me go if I tell him what he wants to hear.
You a friend of his?
I don't even know him. What other answers could I possibly give? A thin, frail wisp of thought emanates from that puddle of blood, and I catch it before it vanishes forever. I'm glad my bro's gonna make it out alive. Farewell, Dokodami. I'm convinced you were a kind man. It's just that, one day, over the smallest little fork in the road, you went left when you should have gone right. You too lived in We live in a society! The society of the underworld, the society of the night. Dokodami, the world is a cruel place. I'm the Joker. We live in a society. I'm the Joker.
Sana-chan, I saw another man die!
Miracles are real, Oni-chan. Because a miracle is just a series of positive coincidences. Roll the dice enough times, and someday your miracle will arrive. It may take billions of throws, but inevitably you will throw 10 dice, and they'll all come up 6s. Every day's a fresh toss, and everything happens eventually. Even miracles. That also goes for the opposite of miracles, Oni-chan. Enough bad decisions, and eventually everyone's luck catches up with them. Good and bad luck operate on the same set of principles. It's tragic, don't you think? Good and evil, right and wrong. They're just a question of perspective. Your situation determines how you see the world, and your situation itself is the product of a random chance. What is a sin at one point in time and space could be an act of great virtue in another. This succession of coincidences leads to a miracle we understand as the present moment. Isn't it a miracle that we're here at all? Each and every one of us? Think of all the coincidences it took for us to even be alive on this earth and in this moment. Going left when you should have gone right, as you put it, can also lead to a miracle. Or to its opposite. That's all there is. Coincidence. It's coincidence all the way down, Oni-chan. The good, coincidence. The bad, coincidence. Whether you choose to call it a fate that hinges on one thing and one thing only. Whether you believe God preordained it.
It's all just a coinky-dink.
From whose perspective is someone considered better off dead? Some countries have the death penalty. Does that mean that anyone who's sentenced to execution is someone who deserves to live?
Think she needs to go outside? Everyone needs to go outside and touch grass.
Oni-chan, did you know you could be sentenced to death for burning down a building even if no one dies? How about you've entertained the thought that, if you're going to kill yourself anyway, you might as well get sent to death row? You're the type of fantasy to emphasize about such things, Oni-chan. If you could be sentenced to death without killing anyone, would you be okay with that? Who decides who's worthy of living?
Sahana cows are like, hey, you can commit arson and get sentenced to death if you want to die.
Like, okay. Okay. Dun. Dun.
Thanks, Emoto. Good to know. I can't click on the mama one.
It says no.
Well,
Okay. Do you hate everything, senpai? I mean everything.
that is possible.
Writing is my sole means of survival. Because I hate everything. The world and everything in it. There's nothing for me but to write that hatred. That's all that keeps me going. I'm sorry for being a human being. I'm sorry for being alive. That's all I write over and over. Has my life been filled with shame? Has yours? Don't you hate it, senpai? Don't you hate the world and everything in it?
We are so desperate to make this guy like us. What the heck? I always felt like I had the chops to become an author with some degree of skill. I'm more of a reader than a writer. I've certainly written pieces too ambitious for my skill level. I must confess that I parroted talking about script from the internet to pass myself off as an intellectual. What college student hasn't? It's kind of charming in this naivety. I'm still young. I still have so much more to learn. I'm only 27. 27, still young. Still so much more to learn. I will learn it. I'll go to places that these literature club geeks wouldn't dare dream of. I used to really believe that until Hasia-kun appeared, sending its twin tidal waves of fear and rapturous joy crashing over me. There was a writer, a person who intended to write Hag Age. Bum bum bum! Hard to scrub my writing off the internet, but some pieces slipped through the cracks. You unearthed one of those old stories with a bit of digging. It was awful. I mean, really, truly awful. The kind of thing you write when you're just a kid. Pretentious kid. The type who slogs through classic lit for the sole verse sound precocious. Thought I was clever for all the little zingers I'd picked up. Let's talk about Mishima Yukio's prose and call it a day, said every critic ever. Does Kawabata Yasunori have anything going for him but his eroticism? You wouldn't know by what the critics say. And then I discovered light novels. Thought they were terrible at first. They were with Deus Ex Machina and squealing girls fleeing themselves with the male protagonists. They were slop, pure and simple. A tool to hack the brain so it pumped out a steady stream of dopamine. But I loved them. I wanted to be a light novel character. I'd make a killer dark mage whose occasional pangs of conscience compelled him to save the world every earth-shattering crisis or three. I'd free a dark elf slave and make her my girlfriend. What do you think? Not too shabby for a light novel concept, huh? It'd sell. It's all the hallmarks of a good pulp fiction. Bro's gonna get hit by a shark! Isekai, isekai, isekai! I've agonized over my love of light novels for a long, long time. Thing is, I couldn't be a light novel writer if I wanted to be. I wasn't cut out to write light novels. Or as you put it, I don't have the courage. Welcome back! What am I playing? Peak.
It's basically a visual novel where everyone is so messed up in the head and we make them worse. It's a visual novel where everyone's messed up in the head and we make them worse. Yeah, we're making people kill themselves. It's kind of sick and twisted. I'm hoping that on New Game Plus I can save somebody. Because I currently don't have the option to save anyone. Everyone's dying. Everyone is dying. And it's kind of 100% my fault. New metas, I can make them worse. Real. The courage to bear my soul and my predilection for 2D women for the rest of our club. The willingness to sacrifice my social standing for the sake of my art. You don't know how lucky you are, Hasuya-kun. I envy you. I think I'll envy you till the day I die. Bro, they're literally making eyes at each other. Just do Reddit yaoi Just do Reddit or yaoi already. You envy me. I don't have anything going for me. My life is nothing but suffering. Just do the Reddit or yaoi. You can fix each other. I have people like you coming up to me every day to bitch about my work. It's not constructive criticism. It's an impromptu therapy session. I'm a convenient outlet for the gripes and grievances of every wannabe light novel author. The perfect dumping ground for a young geek's emotions. The hotshot rookie author. I know you, senpai. You have to write. You have no choice in the matter. You're nothing without writing. You raked over the coals in the comment sections of your web novels. This is so generic. I must have seen it 100 times. But that's why you have to write. Keep writing a story that's been told 100 different times, and the seeds of style will germinate. A flower of originality will blossom. From the forger's ashes, genuine talent will be born. Why don't you write, senpai? You have a commercial writer in your social circle, and instead of embracing it, you cringe. The other club members think you're a fool for it. You understand. I can't abandon everything, Hasuya-kun. It's not a matter of abandoning everything but writing. It's a matter of writing being the only thing left. Is bro gonna pull a Dazai? I'm not compelled by a desire to write books. I'll probably drop out of college anyway. I'll quit my job working night shifts at the convenience store. Because there's nothing else I'm capable of doing. There's only writing. Hold on. Hasuya. Who's talking now? I don't know who the freak is talking. If I'm to live in this society, if I'm to secure a spot in the social hierarchy, then my only hope is to cobble together stories from clumsy, awkward words. Bro's gonna pull a Dazai. Dazai Osamu drowned himself in a river alongside a woman. It was a double suicide. You should give that a shot, senpai. Maybe that's what you need to go down history as one of the literary greats. Don't be stupid. It wasn't the suicide that made Dazai great. It was the mental condition of a man who courted suicide, and the way he transmuted his yearning for it into art. Sure, I don't disagree. Hasuya-kun, I don't know how to put it, but I feel odd tonight. Not a bad kind of odd. I can't shake the sensation that you can look into my mind and drag out the words you find hiding there. There's a rush of words pouring out of me, and I think I'm drowning in them. Look who's the poet now. Is that what I think this is? What does that mean to be one of the literary greats? Tell me what you think of my short story, Hasuya-kun. Be honest with me. I'm begging you, regale me with your opinions, O talented one. O published light novel author. We don't even have a nice option for this one. Mistaking subtitle for something cool rather than a person black ability. Read it and not one thing stays with you. A word that thinks nothing about how clever about how the world looks and nothing about the real world. Boom boom. Boom boom. Bro's only writing his favorite waifus. We did not have any dialogue options before they started cracking. No, that's not critique. That's barely more than internet trolling. Give me something original. I mean, Hasuya-kun, your senpai's making a sincere request here. Alright. You're... ready, bro. Just... kiss... already. Welcome back! How's it going? We're gonna make this guy kill himself. I'm hoping there's a new game plus, basically. I'm hoping there's a new game plus where we can save everyone.
Don't give me that bullshit. You can write more, I know it. But you can't deny it's in character for me to say that. Is this the wall that divides us? Yes, go on. Go become a real writer.
Yep, he does, Senpai, you're drowning these waves of words. What muddy waves they are. If only you learn to swim through the mud, you become one of the greatest literary talents there is. Because swimming through the mud is a tantamount to discarding everything else. Do that and come back to me. Join me in the ring and brawl with me to the death. Wrestle me with words. Stroke me with your sentences. Writing is all we have. It's awfully hard to live when we're incapable of drawing breath, isn't it, Senpai? I should know. This is how I live my life. Every day, a torrent of other people's thoughts, a disgusting, muddy slurry bears down on me. Every day I struggle to keep my head above the surface, thinking today might be my last. Join me. Let's flail out the mud together. Publishing a book is not all it's cracked up to be. People accuse you of being conceited, and you attract the weirdest fans. Your haters line up to take out their stress on you. It's ridiculous, isn't it? There's no point in writing. It's just all that we have. Farewell, Senpai. I'm off to be pulled under by the current of countless words polluting this cyber sea. I'll wait for you in the ring. Don't you dare tell yourself again that you can't write. You can. Once you've shown yourself to the world in all your shame, writing is the only existence you'll have. I know, because you're just like me. Bye, bro. Sure no, we had our experience with this? Nah, that's if I was in the bad timeline. No worries. We're in the good timeline, so it's okay. You should write a classic sword and sorcery fantasy someday, Oni-chan.
I could never.
You also said you couldn't write romance, but that didn't turn out to be true either. Or rather, it's that you can't put yourself in the shoes of the dashing fantasy hero, is that right? You're afraid of some starry-eyed girl falling head over heels for you and not taking no for an answer. You're afraid of destroying a powerful evil and becoming the good guy. You're a coward!
Good thing I have a little sister to set me straight.
It's okay, Oni-chan. I'll always be your #1 reader and biggest fan. I'm the biggest fan of this story of your life. Dark timeline, real. In the timeline where I'm not autistic, I'm evil. Immature people are disgraceful. But I suppose human society is about cultivating the possibility for growth within that disgrace. Vtuber would say the scenario if you wrote it, my dog, you'll have to face me. You'd have to face me! Hee. Real. Yeah, autism made me kind. Autism helped me understand other people. Technically, you could say I also did the opposite, but I think I got the kind of autism that makes you understand people more. If I got the other kind of autism, I probably would have been worse as well. But I'm saved. So it's okay. A kind world is one where such people can live their lives even if they remain immature. Yeah. I think it's more realistic to be unkind. Even so, I guess there are people who still try to be kind. An exemplary religious leader would surely try to treat their followers that way, right? Sahana-chan. Beep. That's probably last because they're gonna get divorced and I'm gonna run off with Sahana-chan. Ding. Alright, Botan! She already knows she's gonna die. She already said that. I want you to complete me, Sensei. The artwork named Tenjiku Botan. Me too, I'm so curious to see the ending. By myself, I'm just an unremarkable e-girl. Even in my little corner of the world, I struggle to stand out. But even so, I don't want to just be girl A, another face in the crowd you pass by on your way to the stardom. Don't you ever want to die, Sensei? I do, quite often. That's why I cling so fiercely to life. I sit on boys' laps, visit old bookshops and search myself, go to art house cinemas, all hoping to find something that will make me special. I really do like paintings, you know. See for yourself if I'm lying. I'm sure you can. And again, you're an artist too. Maybe you don't need to read my mind. When I said I saw a girl with a pearly earring and wished that she could be me, I wasn't trying to put on airs. I really did touch my soul. There and then I thought, if I can't live like this girl in the painting, life has let me down. Dreaming a bit too big, right? There may have ruined my life. When I put it like that, doesn't it sound romantic? What about the rest, you ask? All the depressing books and cult classic movies? A third of it was real, maybe. The rest, just me trying to impress you. I wanted someone like you to think I had value, to lift me out of the muck. I'm different. I see the sadness in your story and I want to give it a hug. Like an animal crying. As in calling or as in weeping. What's the difference, really? Even in that parable from the Gospels, I just quote it because it's the only part I know. My whole life is like that. What, your work? You want to hear what I really think? Dear me, Sensei. Surely an established author like yourself doesn't care what some silly girl has to say about it. Tee? Telling with people gives me a little head of superiority, see? Helps you stave off the desire for death for the time being. Well, I'm still young. But you want to know what I thought. Rest assured, your book really did strike a chord with me. I know I'm just pretending to be cultured, but I'd like to think I do know talent when I see it. Your writing's unique, self-indulgent like nothing else. Dostoevsky is too much for me to handle, but I can see why you like him so much. Or why you aspire to be him, maybe. But there's an amateur innocence to it, too. Like you want to throw structure and writing sense out the window and just ask your audience to get it. As naive as a child acting out to get his parents' attention, in a way I can't help but love. I wonder if that's what you were going for. If it wasn't, it makes me want to hug you after all, but I did enjoy it, rough edges and all. Don't worry, though. You've got the talent in you to make a book that sells, but unpolished. You're not as impressive a writer as you think, but that's what I love about you. I'm sure you'll write a masterpiece someday, Sensei. You can transmute your loneliness into art. That's a rare gift, and I'll happily give myself to it. You're a vampire, drinking young women's blood and turning it into prose. So drink my soul, shed your innocence, and tell an even more self-indulgent story that captures even more people's hearts. In your story, I can live forever. Hurt me, Sensei. Torment me. Rip my veneered heart open and peer inside. You can look, Sensei. See all of me, everything beneath the shallow pretense. And spear my blackened viscera with brutal honesty. I get it. You know, Sensei. I get to relish this for now, playing the femme fatale seducing a naive young writer. But they will come when you don't need a fraud like me. That's why I was scared to get closer to you. My sugar daddy and my classmates fawn over me now, but only because I'm young. I'm not like you. I can't sustain myself on blood. I can only watch in terror as my worth dwindles day by day. I don't need you to tell me what I am. I don't know anything about Osamu Dazai or Akutagawa Ryunosuke. The Kurosawa movie I watched bored me to tears. I couldn't figure out what anyone was saying. I can't tell Chopin from Mozart. I'm just getting by with vague knowledge and guesswork. I've never been clever. Thank goodness you wrote a light novel, Sensei. If it had been anything more challenging, I would never have been able to brave enough to reach out. I tried so hard to be intriguing enough to catch your eye. That was the beginning of my downfall. I could tell you were a true genius. There's that instinct again. Down here at the bottom of the food chain, we're alert to predators. And I quickly realized you could swallow me whole. Writers have the strangest power, Sensei. You so rarely look me in the eye, but when I do catch you staring at me, it feels like my heart's an open book. Soon I realized you already knew everything I had to hide. It felt like fate. I knew judgment was coming sooner or later. I know better than anyone how shallow I really am. Society isn't lenient enough to let a pseudo-intellectual jade like me live, but it's not kind enough to give me a beautiful end either. I spent every day feeling so inferior I could die. I was so glad to find something real. I knew at once you were going to kill me. That certainly substituted my DNA and scrambled my brain before my heart could even think of love. Finally, I'd be free. I found my fate. I'd never been so happy. So there it is, the whole truth. Or at least the part I can testify to in my own awkward words. But I'm sure you can reach in and drag out more than that. Kill me, Sensei. Do your worst and make me complete.
Let's see. Can't leave anyway, become a tragic hero and accept dying. You're so weak, when I put in the work. Rather than regret selling your body, you single-mindedly hunt for times to make everyone pity you for I had no choice. That's how little value you place on yourself. Oh, great admiral, console of the night on the thrill of being valuable. I'm not from it. You rather have an opinion of your own. You never want to believe your own things, but by sitting here so pale, your paper over your own nothing is all over you. Bing!
Weak.
The end is now! Judgment!
You mustn't say that to anyone but me. It hurts. That's why I envied you. In the end, you can't even kill yourself alone, so you drag others in. A worthless background character of a woman.
Covering her eyes with the last word bubble. Her eyes are like the focal point, and covering her eyes with the last word bubble is insane. Sensei. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. No one's ever pulled out my guts like this. And now, this is goodbye. Please, Sensei, capture this moment in a photograph. That's right. Just like that. No, you don't need to show me. I already know how I look the most beautiful I've ever been. I'm going to be your story now. I don't need to see any more reality. Also, she's posed like the girl with the pearl earring. She's posed like the girl with the pearl earring. Just promise me you'll take me out and look at me from time to time. Frozen in eternity. I'll wait for your new book down in hell, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you for passing on the story of my life. Thank you for letting me end as a curious character in your tale. Just one last thing, Sensei. Let me lay a curse on you before I go. Sensei, I loved you like no one ever will. What? Nah. Nah, not the hanging eye girl, bro. Nah, not the pee puddle, nah! Bra moment. Not as beautiful as Gore. That thing hanging from a rope is no fairy tale princess, but the corpse of a woman grown. Her legs streaked with excreta, her mouth bubbling with froth, her eyeballs bulging from their sockets, and her grotesque death mask a far cry from beautiful. Yeah, 'cause you pee and poop yourself when you die. She wanted to die. She said so herself. She said she had gone as far as she could in this cruel society. Rather than watch herself decay, she wanted to preserve her beauty I had seeneth. She wanted this. I just gave her what she asked for. All she wanted was for me to write about her. She told me so. So this was fine, right? Me, a vampire. Don't make me laugh. An excuse for my writing is having rough edges. Don't you know creators are innocent babes? Pretty rude for someone who calls herself my #1 fangirl. Can I really drink a soul? Sahana-chan, people keep dying! Her hair's all the way down now. Welcome back, Oni-chan. Hey, Sahana. Oni-chan, there's blood on your lips. What happened? Nothing much. Got surprised and bit my lip, that's all. You look like Dracula. Since when did I write to feed off others? That was writing my own salvation. They're the same thing. When other people don't exist in your mind, there's no distinction between yourself and others. It's all just you. You drink your own blood so you can write to save yourself. You know, I never really thought I was good enough to be a writer. I'm faking it till I make it, just like everyone else. Struggling with your identity is part of being a writer, Oni-chan. Writers live to test their worth against their manuscripts. They sit down and let their pen decide whether they're worthy to create. You're talking like a real know-it-all for someone who's never written a word. Anyway, I feel ready to write the best sophomore effort the world's ever seen. Just you watch. I bet it'll get an anime. You look really determined, Oni-chan. All bursting with energy like you guys gotten over a broken heart. I'm sure you'll write something you can be proud of. Broken heart, you think? I'm not interested in love. I'm married to my art. Okay. Now I'll tell you my next book's going to be about. Go ahead. I'm always here for you, Oni-chan. So the female lead is a sexy villainess who tried to seduce the protagonist. But then she starts to realize she's just part of a story. I like it. I'm sure it'll make a great book. Good luck, Sensei Devi. What's wrong, Oni-chan? You were crying out in your sleep. Are you suffering? Are you sad? You look like you have regrets. You don't usually toss and turn like this. You were thrashing about like a man possessed. Dong! 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 Yatta! The child is born! Our child, darling. Right, ours. Our baby boy. We'll call him Hasia like we decided. He'll grow up to be as pretty as me. And a high earner like me. Whatever he becomes, I pray that he'll grow up happy. Yeah. About that.
meat. Saya no uta. Saya no uta. Saya no uta. Saya no uta. The tiny crack in the thin sheet of ice started to spread. Both convinced that the other was having an affair, they spent every day constantly arguing over trivial matters. You never put your mug back where it belongs. You always leave the bathroom light on. You cough too loudly. You smell like an old person. You buy too many new clothes. You leave your underwear lying around. You drink too much. You smoke too much. I know you're having an affair. How does a fool come? Sire stream soon? I hope so, man. I want to buy it when it's on sale. One little poke at the spiderwebbing cracks will shatter it, sending them both plummeting to rock bottom. Each of them believes that they're the alpha of this household. The one who gets to tell the other person what to do. They never had any intention of trying to talk things out. The love is long gone. Now they simply want to put themselves in the best position to come out of a divorce favorably, whether by gathering evidence of infidelity or baiting the other into domestic violence. They no longer spare a thought for me or Sahana. Mom's thoughts went their way into my brain. I've wasted over 2 decades of my life on this man. Back then he seemed like a real catch. I felt so lucky to have found a guy who's devoted to both his work and his partner. A simple, boring man with nothing else going on. But over the years he buried himself deeper in work. He stopped helping out with the kids and our love withered with age. It's me, White Tiger King. Hello! A man with nothing to excite a woman outside of the money he brings home. On top of that, both kids are introverts bordering on agoraphobic. I don't know what's going on with them. Sure, they're not ugly and they don't get in any trouble, but to be honest, they creep me out a little. I can't get back all that lost time. So what's wrong with trying to regain a little passion in my life by hooking up with the guy all the moms are into? Especially when he's out there getting his peenar at the beach at the beach. Where the raw meat at? Mouth wants yum yum. Both of them just rationalize. It's sad. This is a bad environment for Sahana, surrounded by all this tension. Oi! Your beauty is wasted on that beer-bellied cheater. You should divorce him. Ooh. I whisper into her ear. You were so pretty back when you were thin, Mom. Let's get married. You're serious? Yeah, look at me. A workaholic with nothing else going on. I don't think I'll be more into a woman than you. Wait, that's your reasoning? Are you kidding me? You don't wanna. No, I do. I just want you to ask me properly. Right, yeah. I love you. Will you marry me? Yes. Dad's ranting in the living room again. Stupid woman. That's what's wrong with women, that dumb PMSing woman. Woman. What's wrong, Dad? She was going on about some accessory she lost, and apparently it was my fault. Then she found the damn thing in her purse. Her brain's always looking to blame other people. In a functioning family, that's probably the sort of thing you laugh at over dinner. Once a crack is formed, every little bit of loathing and every minor interaction becomes a magnified 1,000-fold. He can't even bring himself to refer to her by name anymore. Is a man like you really going to let that silly whore browbeat you? Fight! You're a big, strong man, Dad. You're a man of means. You raised 2 kids and you paid for every penny. But I guess your love wasn't enough. It's kind of pathetic to end up with a woman who only thinks of you as a boring guy. Apparently it's also your job to keep her interested. They're gonna kill each other. Sorry to drag you out to see a romance movie, but I really like that actor. It's fine. I wanted to go on a movie day anyway. So what'd you think of it? Let's both describe it in one word on the count of 3. 1, 2, boring! You too? Proves you can't skate by on star power alone. Yeah, he is. He's trying to kill him so he can run off with Sahana-chan. In the living room, my father cuts his race card with a box cutter. Betting on the horse races is one of his few hobbies. Mom's doing the dishes, and she's getting increasingly pissed off. Her husband's sitting on his ass, gambling, blissfully unaware that she's slaving away at housework. It was nothing. It had been nothing. They both at the end of the ropes. The trigger could have been anything. Look at you gambling like you don't have a care in the world while I wash your dishes. This is exactly how it was with the kids, too. You didn't even realize it. Welcome back! Pasta check, no shrimping. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. Delicious. Cat food now. You're just in time to watch me ruin this marriage. It's gotten into you, woman. I'm the one who works to put food on the table. Who do you think looks after the kids in the house? Who do you think earns the money for it? There's no point in arguing about it. What they need is understanding and acceptance. But they're both already... You keep going on about raising the kids, but look at them. They're so screwed up they're afraid to leave the house. With those two, it's a win they're even alive.
So you admit it, you haven't done anything to actually raise them. Meanwhile, I've been out there breaking my back. The hell you have. You live to work. You love it. It's all you have. Frick off. I'd rather be at work than at home because you're so fat it makes me sick to look at you. Excuse me? Who'd want to even be in the same room as an ugly bastard like you? And no, the hookers you pay to do it don't count. What did you call me? You're not even going to deny it, you dirty cheater. Like you can talk. Where have you been going every afternoon? Oh, you're accusing me now. Shut your mouth. Must be nice to be a woman. You all think you can throw a hissy fit and get your way. You... Mom raises the knife over her head in a pose that says, one more word and I'll kill you. She's just posturing, but Dad's pride is at stake. He won't yield to the threat. He raises the box cutter. The situation teeters on the edge. In the back of their minds, they hear their son's voice. Your beauty's wasted on a bare-bellied cheater. How's a man like you really going to let that silly whore browbeat you? The eepiest way? You gotta get some eep! Yay! They're killing each other! Let the sweet sounds of homicide lure you to eep. There's a wet impact. Their blades paint each other's skin crimson. There's nothing that could be done. Now that they've ruptured, adrenaline drowns out the pain as they slash at one another in a frenzy. In and out the blades go. After so many years together, they even stab in unison. In perfect harmony, red covers them. Pig! Rat bastard! Two feral creatures dance before me. They don't even notice their son watching from the sidelines. Red. So much red. In and out the blades go, staining everything scarlet, all the way back to the memories of a time when they truly cared for one another. They pant and gasp like the first time they made love. Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Dad. I'll look after Sahana. You don't need to argue anymore. You don't need to endure it anymore. What are we gonna do with the corpses? Sometimes I feel like this is a dream. What is? Being with you. Hello, Charlotte! I gotta play Hello, Charlotte. Where's this coming from? Sorry, I just never thought I could be this happy. It's kind of scary. Tell me. I'm serious. I'm so happy with you. Me too. Are you sure I'm the guy for you? Yeah, I'm sick of dating players. I'm ready for someone honest, someone safe. Like you. Hey, don't bring up your exes. You know I get jealous. You're so cute. I love you. Me too. Love heart. Love heart. Yeah, I have not played Hello, Charlotte yet. I gotta play it. Thick and gooey. Smeared. The two of them have expired. Hearts cut like a cake. I wonder if they're together in the next world, too. Exactly. Gotta hydrate. Big hydrate. The cup I have with me holds a whole liter of water because it's not a cup. It's a mug. It's a beer stein. I'm drinking water out of a beer cup. Because it holds a lot of water. It's very heavy. It's a very heavy cup. Thanks for everything, Mom, Dad. Hope you're both happy there. Your son. Yay! Now everyone's dead but me and Sahana-chan. It's gonna be quiet around here now, isn't it? It's okay, Oni-chan. You're okay. You and I are bound by blood, so everything will be okay. Hey, Sahana, Mom and Dad are dead. Hey, Sahana, literally everyone's dead. It's just you and me now. And she'd be like, that's okay, Oni-chan. We'll be together forever. Are? Oh, freak. Smorbider. The Pider. The dull, moist sounds ring out. Before my eyes, two middle-aged people, each in the midst of a second adolescence, make tender love. The dull, moist sounds ring out. The parents who raised us breathe their last breaths. Teenage angst can really drive you mad, huh? The question of who am I is a real toughie. I wonder if they both died pondering it just like I am. Were they wondering who were we as they died driving their blades into the person they once loved? As their son, I'd like to believe they went out thinking, well, at least we raised our kids right. Guess I can't read the minds of the dead. Damn, the floor is covered in blood. That's gonna stain the carpet. Bruh. I once asked my dad what my name meant. He said they picked the kanji for lotus flower because they bloom beautifully despite growing in mud. Nice one, Dad. Who am I? Can I flower despite the mud all around me? Hey, Sahana. Everyone's dead. They all went off and died. What did Mom and Dad ever accomplish? Not that we love to accomplish anything, I guess. But I don't like that thought. I'm here, surviving in this harsh, cruel world. I want to leave something behind. A legacy. Some proof that I lived. Like the first human who ever left their handprint on a cave wall. Proof I was here.
might just be committing soul suicide together, Oni-chan. Both festering away. Now we're all alone in this big house. There's something hollow about an empty living room. I know you don't like to be alone. That's why you gave living your best shot. You tried everything you could. You did your best, Oni-chan. You want to live, don't you? That's why you write.
Sentences. Books. Stories. You're right, Sahana. That's why I have to write my story. I have to write what comes next. Oh, it's pointless. This world is too rotten. Save me. Shit, I've gotta write my sequel. I've gotta write. Middle-aged man, office worker, high school girl, child. Oh, freak. Alright. Here's a spoiled brat getting on his own immaturity by invoking the ugliest of middle age. You know the way you feel you compare with society, so looking down on the working class, that makes you feel inferior. Better get on with writing that sequel. You have the same romantic feelings and lusts as everyone else. You was grown so cynical you've lost sight of them. Is that why you killed her? Cover up that part of yourself. I don't want to grow up to be like him, a pathetic adult who complains that the rest of the world will think he's the greatest thing ever. What the hell? Is the whole goddamn city mocking me? Freaky NPCs caused the societal machine. Help me, Sada. Save me. Yo, what's up, killer? You chose to die, huh? I didn't do anything. You don't believe that? No, you're just trying to numb your guilt. Who do you think you are, acting so high and mighty, Igusa? Guess you only dare speak your mind when you're talking to a hallucination. I'm only saying it because you're a figment of my imagination. I don't think that way about the real Igusa. Bullshit, I was supposed to be your friend, but you always look down on me. Okay, maybe that's not quite right. You always look for the flaws in your life so you keep them at a distance. Deep down, though, you really wanted to close a friendship. Shut up. Okay, fine. I'll go kill myself again. How long are you gonna keep on living? Oh! Oh, we're being haunted! We're being haunted! It's fine to look down on people, Hasuya-kun. Nothing beats being looked down on by a total poser. I don't know, thank you for making me feel like a real writer. You're pretty honest for a hallucination. I feel better now that I've realized you have no real talent or just LARPing as a writer. You're more aware of that than anyone, aren't you? I'm amazed you managed to fake it this far with only a single book to your name. You know, it took shooting his wife in the head for William S. Burroughs to finally think of himself as a real writer. Are you trying to tell me to kill my sister or something? No. Isn't there anything else you want of my Hasuya-kun? I'm dead, Hasuya-chi. Well, this isn't the consequences of your own actions. Fair enough. You just left me to him, huh? Anyone else would have done the same in my position. Sure, maybe. I don't think I would have, though. Yeah, maybe not. You're hurting inside, aren't you, Hasuya-chi? Well, don't ask me how to fix you. The way I see it, you're just weak. You're telling me I should die? Nah, see, you're trying to shift the blame again. You're such a coward, man. I'm the one you have the most complicated feelings towards, aren't I? You're the one I have the least to say to. Are you blushing, Sensei? Oh my god, you're so cute! Just imagine me saying that. Not a chance in hell. We're grown adults, both of us. You got something to say, then? I thought you could read minds. Surely you know where this is going. Are you really going to make me say it? Wait, no, don't. You can't stop me. You're an evil person. You'd rather kill someone than confront the way you feel about them. I thought he was going to bloom beautifully but spike the mud. No, it turned out to be a disgrace, just like his dad. His mother doesn't know how to keep up when she's lost. We're dead. You can stop badgering me now. Let's just have a good time commiserating over our failure of a son. True, we stayed together right till the bitter end. I suppose we have our son to thank for that. Yeah, music's so good. Sana-chan, tasukete! Oni-chan, I'll always be on your side, Oni-chan. Let's kill ourselves together until death do us part. Really? Is that really what you're thinking right now, Sahana? Please help me. Am I a murderer? Am I evil? I've been suffering all this time, you know. I can see inside people. I alone can hear all their filthy inner thoughts. Please save me. Sahana, you're the only family I have left. Only you. You're hallucinating, Oni-chan. This isn't real. Believe in yourself, Oni-chan. Believe in the world. I can't. I hate it. I hate it, 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 I hate it.
I'm a sick man. You never told me that you can read minds, Oni-chan. That's amazing. But it might just be another one of your delusions. I do think you're way more perspective than the average person. I don't doubt that you have an exceptional intuition, making you just as gifted as I am. But maybe at some point, because you're so fragile, you convince yourself that you can read people's minds as a way to avoid being hurt by them. Are you sure you didn't decide to become an author as a way to make sense of a life spent avoiding other people? You're hallucinating, Oni-chan. Hey, are you scared of me? Do you read minds to save yourself from further pain? Wake up, Oni-chan. This isn't real. Coward. Oni-chan, kill yourself. I love you. Die, my beloved. Stop it, 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 stop it. I'm scared, 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 I'm scared. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. But I don't want to hurt anymore either. Yeah, no, I trust Sahana-chan. I can't move my cursor, oh freak. Oh freak, oh freak, oh freak. It's saying I have to peer into Sahana's mind. Oni-chan. Oni-chan. I've been wanting to tell you this for a very long time now. You can't write the follow-up book. You look down on everyone, mocked them, killed them, all while having a hugely inflated sense of your own self-importance. Can't write? Despite not having any other reason to live, you made sacrifices of all these people, all to hide the fact that you can't write anymore. Oni-chan, everyone's left you. Oni-chan, I love you. Oni-chan, this isn't real. I didn't say anything, Oni-chan. Step out of it, Oni-chan. Come back to me. Trust me, Oni-chan. Die. A little self-respect once you have to look into your own sister's mind. You deserve to die for that. An author who can't write anymore is no author at all. You said so yourself. You try to make yourself look cultured by quoting all those other authors. I love you, Oni-chan. Die. My very favorite toy is the bear you bought for me, Oni-chan. Die. Oni-chan. Oni-chan. Aren't you going to write what comes next? It won't stop. Die. 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 Please just stop. I can't take this ringing in my head. He puked. It's futile, Oni-chan. This is all your own voice coming from inside your brain. There are no sound waves reverberating against your eardrums. Are you going to tear up your ears like Van Gogh and start pretending to be an artist next? You think that maybe you could be like the Stoics and focus only on your work of art? Hey, why can't you write? Are you scared? Scared that because you can only write about yourself, people will realize you're empty inside? That you've always been empty? That you aren't much of a writer? Is it weighing on your mind? The fact that even after killing all those people, you still can't write worth a damn? Your parents killed each other. That's a pretty unique set of circumstances. The whole world must be waiting for your follow-up novel with bated breath. They're all wondering what you'll write next. This great author who killed his friend, his co-worker, his classmate, his crush. Hey God, are you listening? What should I do? If ripping off my ears didn't help, what's next? That book sits atop a table. I remember. Entering the contest was such a rush. I thought that at long last someone else would read this proof of my existence. I was so excited. Writing used to be fun. I'll rip my light novel apart. The Emotional Panopticon. Slick title, right? We've been watching each other, you and I, haven't we? You're up next. I'll ball up the pages and shove them down my throat. I can't breathe. I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, I think I can die now. It hurts. It hurts so much. There was more I wanted to write. I wanted to write about this feeling, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't write. There's nothing left inside me. I wanted to hide that. I wanted to hide the fact that my sensitive sister's always been my one and only anchor. Sana. Sana. Your Oni-chan doubted you. I deserve to die. Oni-chan. Oni-chan. Is this reality? Oni-chan, hold on! Our convenient illusion. I love you, Oni-chan. What if it's real? Can Sahana survive on her own? I'm sorry, it looks like your Oni-chan went wrong somewhere. Maybe he was wrong from the start. Oni-chan! Oni-chan! You're a smart girl. You'll be okay. Don't try to follow me. I know. You can write about me. Write the rest of my story. I'm calling an ambulance! Leave behind proof that I lived. Sahana, I love you. Oni-chan! Oni-chan! Stay strong, Sahana. I love you, Oni-chan. I love you. Oni-chan. Oni-chan, you can't go without me. It's not fair that you get to be free and I don't. Oni-chan, being alone only means we're both lonely. I'll always be with you, Oni-chan. Always.
Call an Uber instead. Exactly.
Oni-chan. I'm coming with you. And then they all died. The Mortis. Mortis. Hee. And then they were all dead. The end. Now there's blood everywhere. And Sahana's looking up, like, hello. Let's pat Sahana. Pat Sahana-chan. Pat Sahana-chan. Is it evil Sahana-chan now? Anyway, I keep picturing all these little kids playing some game in this big field of rye and all. Thousands of little kids. Nobody's around. Nobody big, I mean, except me. I'm standing on the edge of some crazy cliff. What I have to do, I have to catch everybody. If they start to go over the cliff, I mean, if they're running and they don't look where they're going, I have to come out from somewhere and catch them. That's all I do today. I'll just be the catcher in the rye and all. I know it's crazy, but that's the only thing I'd really like to be. So that's why it's called the catcher in the rye. People say that I'm gifted, but what's the real gift that God blessed me with? I only have one thing that's truly important to me. Say, God, if you're planning on bestowing something special upon us siblings, the only thing I want is a little courage for the one person in this world who means anything to me. All I can do is pray. Please, Lord, spare a little love for the world's biggest contrarian. He's fought through enough pain and sadness to deserve it. Say, God, Mr. Moon, all big and round, please let my Oni-chan be happy. About that. Knock, knock! Oh, freak, it's locked. Knock, knock! Freak, it's locked. Knock, knock! Oh! Bust the door down. Thanks. Yeah, that's right. This is the story of how Oni-chan mustered his courage and pushed open the door. Just a crack. The start of a grand adventure. Okay, I've decided. Decided on what, Oni-chan? Have you finally? No, I told you, I'm not taking any meds. Decided to get my ass in gear and write my follow-up novel. Really? Don't sound so skeptical, I'm serious this time. How are you gonna go about it? What do you plan to write? Check it out, I decided to go on a journey to find things to write about. A journey? Yep, writers do it all the time. I'm wasting my life sitting here in my underground, unable to commit to anything. Let's go see the outside together. You're serious? What brought this on? Completely serious. I can't really explain it, but I feel like it's not healthy for me to cling to all this resentment towards the world. Not only am I not writing, but I'm bringing everyone else down with me. That's admirable. Anyway, let's do it. We already have passports. If we max out my credit card, we can make it all the way around the world. True devil-may-care attitude. Don't like the plan? No, I love it. A real writer has to live life on the edge. But promise me one thing. Sure, anything for you. Promise me you'll write the most amazing sequel. Well, duh. How can you possibly think the great Hasiya would think to produce anything less? I mean, you haven't written a single word yet. Seriously, what am I doing? Did I have some kind of divine revelation? I don't know where it came from, but this crystalline thought just hit me. My sister will never be happy living like this. So I'm following that hunch, that inexplicable drive, wherever it's taking me. Maybe I've lost it. I don't care. Hell, maybe it's better to be crazy. Great stories aren't born from ordinary lives. Really soon we're cooking dinner? Alright. Have a good dinner! Maybe I've got manic depression. Not the regular kind, and now my brain's screaming that I gotta rip open that door to the outside world. Doesn't matter what caused it. I want to open that door already. Because I want to take Sahana on a trip. I'll get out of this living room that was more like an arguing room. The club room that was more like a spite room. The convenience store that glowed too goddamn bright at night. I'll ditch my few friends' contact info. Ditch the internet full of squirming guys and weird girls. I did it. I stepped outside. Where do you want to go, Sahana? I'm fine with anywhere, really. Though one thing I do want to see is a big sunflower field. Got it. That's where we'll end the trip. A sunflower field. Let's start in China, travel all around Asia, then head to Europe. After that, we'll cross the pond to the US and find somewhere that's just sunflowers as far as the eye can see. Yeah, that all sounds super fun. Because it will be. Woohoo! Here we are, first time overseas, starting with China. Shanghai's something else. People everywhere you turn, right? Yeah, and behind every face is an entire life. A place with as many philosophies as there are people, yet somehow, all these billions of competing beliefs come together to form a cohesive society. Real madman shit. People are something else. I got this one friend who's job hunting. I guess pretty soon we'll be like these guys, part of this massive life. Yeah, you and I are 2 in a billion. It turns out the voice of people's emotions have quieted a little since I left Japan. Maybe it's that language barrier thing. I get a little here and there, but it's hard to pick up. It's a new sensation for me, and a peaceful one. I should have done this sooner. Keep holding my hand, Sahana. I don't want you getting lost. I'm not a little kid, you know. Oh, the buildings are so tall! The earthquakes are no limit to how high the sky you can reach. Reach up to heaven like a challenge towards God. Do you think if you stretched out your hand from the top of the world's tallest building, you could touch God? Even if God abandoned this country, I feel like the strength of people would pull them through. They'd find a way to manage. If everyone worked together for a human pyramid, they'd reach the moon. Even the prizes in the crane games are bigger. It's funny to see you getting so excited over a toy, Sahana. Lend me a teddy bear, Oni-chan. Leave it to me. There's another right out there who's as good as crane games as I am. I'd love to meet him. Ugh, tough luck. Well, it's supposed to be a hassle dragging a huge teddy bear around the world with us. Yeah, besides, you ought to give me the best teddy bear ever, Oni-chan. It's nice and cool at night. Because China's still huge, its ghost stories tend to be a little gentler. You need ghosts when it's scared just to be one tiny person in such a vast land. When you play like that, it feels like wherever we go, it's always just the 2 of us. Yeah, it's always just us. Well, you're not lonely, are you? No, not so long as I have you. Maybe just 2 in a billion, but at least we're not alone. Okay, on to the next country. Hello, Thailand. Hey, Thailand. It's like a pretty chill place. The planets here are so big. Must be the climate. Do you think a warm climate also warms people's spirits? That or it puts them in a tropical depression. Everyone's living their lives. They sure are. We're alive too. So alive it almost feels stifling. Apparently this place is called Hell Garden. Shows you what Naraka, the Buddhist hell, is like. So when we die, we're gonna be attacked by creatures like these? We'll run away from them together. So we take it as a given we're going to hell. No, just that wherever we go, we'll go there together. I don't want to come back as a caterpillar after I die. I wouldn't mind. As long as we're still together, not much will really change. You think? This is pretty intense. They sell all kinds of stuff. Every single thing here was made by a person. And for every single thing here, there's a person who needs it. The heck? That kid just asked me for money. Because you're on the same age as we are. We can spare a few coins. We did a good deed. Does that mean we get to go to heaven? Now that we gave money to one of them, all the other kids are coming. Uh-oh. No good deed goes unpunished, huh? Look how smiley they all are. Okay, we can't give money to them all, but we can at least hand out some sweets. They're so excited. It's a warm country. It really is. So this is the place they call the floating city, huh? I can't believe we're in Europe already. Everyone says ciao to one another on the street here. People are really cheerful, aren't they? I'm gonna give it a try. Ciao! Me too. Ciao! Everyone's so nice. Yeah, they are. Look at the view. All these old buildings. You can really feel the history. There's people in this part of the world, especially here in Italy, believe in eternity. It's a totally different mindset from Japan, where we rebuild anew after each earthquake. But we have the concept of wabi-sabi. The idea that there's beauty in impermanence. Things mean something because they don't last forever. The sea's so pretty here. The ocean's the mother of all life. Do you think Mom and Dad are worried about us? I bet that without us there, they just fight all the time. Yeah. Sahana, when we get back to Japan, let's move out on our own. You think we can handle it? Come on, it'll be small potatoes compared to a spur-of-the-moment trip around the world. I might get a divorce since we're not living with them anymore. Who cares? They have their own lives to live. I guess. Sure, they're our parents, but they're not our responsibility. You shouldn't meddle in other people's affairs. Does that mean you shouldn't meddle in mine, or me in yours? Technically, but let's always pretend otherwise. Let's light a prayer candle. I wonder what Jesus thinks of us. I think he'd probably scold us and tell us to go back home because our parents are worried about us. I don't think the Son of God cares about such trivial matters. He's the Son of God. That's why he cares. Touché. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for taking away the sins of the world. Maybe he's taking away your sins too, Oni-chan.
Guess so. You know, sometimes on this trip I've had the feeling that everything that's happened has just been God's whimsy. I'm more of a negative person, you know? I sat in my room writing my twisted grievances, feeling like it was me against the world. Then when the cog slipped slightly out of alignment, I felt like everyone out there was my enemy. I thought maybe I was going crazy.
People can do literally anything, so it makes sense that sometimes they do that.
And sometimes it leads them to suicide, like so many great writers.
I don't think that's your fate. Not now that you found the courage to set out on a reckless trip like this.
Looking back on it now, I wonder if I was losing it because I didn't know how to write my follow-up novel. Not that I've written it yet.
What'd you write about if you started now?
I only write about myself. Plus, I don't believe in happy endings. Time went by and just got more convinced I could only write sad stories. It only got me more unhappy, so I started isolating myself from the world. Then I convinced myself that it was a trick to writing something truly great. I tried to weaponize my solitude with my pen, but ultimately it didn't work.
So, will you write a happy ending this time?
We'll see. If I manage to experience happiness for myself, I think maybe I can write about it.
Do you think you can be happy?
That one, I don't know. Don't forget, I'm the sickest man in the world.
Clint titles this painting The 3 Ages of Woman. I guess you'll grow up into a fine woman yourself one day, Sana. I'm not so certain.
Nah, definitely. You're smarter than anyone I know. I'm sure you'll grow into a brilliant, happy young lady.
Then you'll be happy too, won't you, Oni-chan? Because we'll always be together.
I was constantly hearing the grating sound of strangers' emotions in my head. Before I knew it, I closed my ears to the world. It was endless agony. I kept asking myself how anyone could possibly be so miserable. Kept finding myself thinking, if it's just pain as far as the eye can see, I might as well die instead. But then I had this thought, this idea that I should take a trip with my sister before I kicked the bucket. Turned out my funny ability to read minds didn't work so hot on the other side of the ocean. Once I wasn't seeing through that filter, the people I met everywhere, they were kind. Good people. I learned a painful truth out there. Everyone's out here carrying darkness deep in their hearts, but we're all trying real hard to pretend it's not there. Truth is, everybody's soul is stained black with sin. That's how we turn a blind eye to each other's faults and reach out that helping hand. It all kind of came together for me. Jesus suffering up there on the cross, the human kindness of those whose creed is love thy neighbor, and the resilience I saw in the people of other Asian countries. Before we go to America, let's stop off in the Netherlands.
Holland!
Unfortunately, we're not here for tulip season, but we're in Van Gogh's home country. You like his work, right? Let's go to the art gallery. Must be nice to live in a country with such a rich artistic legacy. The Netherlands won their freedom in a religious war, and that freedom is very important to them. Sex work and marijuana are legal and regulated by the government. At the same time, it's the homeland of many famous artists like Van Gogh and Vermeer. It's a really impressive place.
I like Vermeer too.
Yeah, his paintings are beautiful, really tranquil.
Let's see as many as we can.
But I don't want you engaging in anything risky, Oni-chan. Fair enough. I'll get my oddball work buddy to give me some tips on that stuff first.
I can't wait to visit the Netherlands with you, Oni-chan.
Economies tend to develop around rivers. The power of water, huh? You smell a strong herbal scent? Is that cannabis? Coming from that place over there. You think the freedom to get stoned and forget the real world for a while is a fundamental human right? I suppose there's escaping reality too, you and I. So, that's why we have stories. Sahana, I've decided what to do about my sequel novel. I'll tell you when we get to the sunflower field.
Okay, thanks. How about we go see a sunflower painting in that case? I want to see flowers as bright as Mr. Moon.
You got it.
So this is Van Gogh's Sunflowers.
Yep, beautiful, isn't it?
How does it feel to be looking at your favorite painting in real life?
It's hard to put into words. Maybe I shouldn't even try. I get it, some things are better left unsaid. An emotional reaction doesn't require critique. Times like these, I find myself imagining how the other person is feeling. I should really stop doing that, huh?
I don't want you peeking inside me, Oni-chan. A girl needs her privacy.
You're right. Do you think that if someone always sensed the thoughts and emotions of other people around them, they'd be unhappy?
Yeah, of course they would.
Can I ask why?
On the inside, humans are all grotesque.
That's why we can find beauty in the darkness.
Look at it this way.
We don't know how Van Gogh felt when he painted this picture. Yet we're still captivated by his sunflowers. Yeah, you're right. These red spotted tulips are really pretty, but apparently the pattern's originally caused by a virus called the tulip-breaking virus.
There can be a beauty even in sickness, because of sickness even. Ravaged with disease, it still strives to bloom. Sounds like you and this tulip have a lot in common, Oni-chan. I'm honored by the comparison. I've really gotta put all my effort into that sequel. I've gotta keep fighting against both irrationality and reality. Throughout the whole trip, there's one thing I can't stop thinking about. Should I tell my sister that I can read people's minds? It's not a good thing. It's a secret I never shared with anyone, or one that I've had to carry my entire life. If I tell anyone, they'll be afraid, and they'll pull away from me. I live with the burden of my secret, the sin of spying on other people. It's hard, it really is. Everyone eventually becomes scared of me. I couldn't bear it if Sahana feared me too. But that's the whole thing, see? How does she really feel? I want to peek into her mind. I'm always fighting that impulse. Here we are in Canada, nearing our trip's end. We'll take a quick look around here before heading to the sunflower fields in the rural United States. That's what you've been waiting for, right? You look like you're having fun, Oni-chan. Yeah, I am. We're almost out of money. We might not be able to get back home. But maybe that's okay. You can write from anywhere. My editor would be surprised to receive a manuscript from America. You seem to be genuinely looking forward to writing, just like a real author. I'm as surprised as you are that I actually want to write this sequel. There are scenes from this world that I've walked with my own 2 feet, that I want to share. Oh my, what an earnest dream to have. Yeah, I guess it's a pretty big deal for me, huh? Being earnest. I gotta make a commitment. Gotta keep it up. You to go? Alright. Thank you for stopping by, Alex! Ready for the sunflowers? Yeah. Let's go, Oni-chan. Toward the golden field that surrounds these fortunate and unfortunate siblings, each blessed with a gift from God. It's a miraculous vista. A pale, ethereal girl stands among towering, bright yellow flowers. It comes to me in a flash of intuition. I was put here on Earth to capture this moment in a poem. There's only one commitment I need to make. No matter what stranger's feelings force their way into my mind, I'll have faith in my sister. I mean, look at this landscape. Look how beautiful it is. I'll accept this happiness and I won't question it. I'll write about my sister, about this blessed field of sunflowers. That's all I need to be able to pen my sequel. Now that I've accepted this happiness into my heart, I can give it a happy ending. No matter how cliched that sounds, I'll still be my own original story. Because these are my own feelings, my own joy. Sahana, I want to know if you feel the same. I so desperately want to know. But I have faith in you. I don't need to ask. I already know. Humans are messy, that's just a fact, but at the same time, they have a fickle purity that shines through the mud. So... trust. Oni-chan? I understand. You're kinder and more sensitive than anyone I know. You think so much about other people because you don't want to hurt them, or yourself. You put yourself in their shoes. You identify with them so strongly that you can tell exactly what they're thinking. That's why you've been living in fear of all this time. We're siblings, you and I. If I told you that I could see into people's minds too, what would you do? Would you be scared of me? I can't, of course. But I believe you. People have all sorts of feelings coursing through them. They're only human after all. But I know that you'll always love me, Oni-chan. So don't worry. Sometimes I'm only playing the little sister role, but even then, that's still me. It's all jumbled together, and it's all me. My mind is full of you, Oni-chan. It's embarrassing, actually. I mean, you're my one and only sibling. You're the gift that God gave us. No normal person would take a spur-of-the-moment round-the-world trip like this. I'm confident you can write your sequel now. After all, you've experienced so very many things. And you're the one who found the courage to have those experiences. I was scared of the outside world too, but with you by my side, it was all okay. Now I'm gonna go out there and run around and frolic to make up for all the time I've been holding back. Catch me in the sunflowers. No one knows what the future holds. It's possible that despair becomes too much for me and I kill myself, but at least for now, right here, with this landscape in front of me and these feelings inside me, I'm happy. I'll write my novel to immortalize this scene. Poems and stories are a way for us to capture emotions in landscapes and words. I understand that now. I won't run from a cliched happy ending. Say, God, sorry for pestering you, but life's been rough. I was a real nuisance, huh? I always wondered if God existed, why he had to make the two of us suffer so much. I hated him for it, but seeing my sister frolicking among the sunflowers, I feel like maybe it was all a test so I could eventually arrive here at this moment. Or maybe that's wishful thinking. What is God? A lonely observer whose very existence is uncertain, looking down upon us. Thank you for giving me the push I needed. Now I'm going to chase after my sister and I'm going to be happy. I hope I can be happy. I hope you can be happy too. Yay! That was amazing. That was so good. That was so good. And if I may say, now that I've played through the whole game, those freaks who said there wasn't enough Sahana, those freaks who gave this a bad review because there wasn't enough sister stuff, did they even finish the game? Did they even finish the game? Did the people who left a bad review because there wasn't enough Sahana even finish the game? Like, they're like, oh, I don't get the incest with my sister in the first chapter. That's not what kind of story this is, bro. That's not what kind of story this is. This is a pure story about real love. Honestly. Yay! Couldn't stand high. That's honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I know there's at least one person who was like, I can't do this because of him. He holds her hand. I take her hand. We go on the carousel together. That's what most Steam reviewers sound like in my head. That's how it is. That's how it is. Then every once in a while you find a pancake recipe. Not 7 out of 10. Not. That's exactly what these reviews are like. That's exactly what the viewer reviews are like. Wait, they're happy again now. They're happy again now. Wait, did I just replay the whole ending sequence? Okay, yeah, that just replays the whole ending sequence. That just replays the whole ending sequence. Okay. Sakana-chan, Sakana-chan, Sakana-chan. Pet, 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 pet. Gallery. Looking at the gallery. Now, as you can see, there's a dark square. As you can see, there's 2 dark squares. This means it's not over. There's something we have to find. There's 2 dark squares. So, with that, we'll be hunting for those last 2 squares. Well, actually, let me see. We're already at 4 hours, but I want to see if it's like a replay the whole game to get the other stuff, or... This game has 4 endings? This game has 4 endings? Okay, we're leaving it here for now. We'll do another stream. This game has 4 endings. I think we just got the true ending. Okay, you can complete the routes anymore. So we got the true ending, I think. Yeah.
True ending, click on sign on the title screen to complete the normal ending. Yeah, so we got the true ending. Wait, that was the true ending. Wait. You know what that means. You know what that means. Happiness is real. Happiness and love is real.
You know what that means?
Fish! Happiness and love is real. Are you too late? Never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late. Happiness and love is real. There's hope for everyone. Yeah, I'm ending the stream. We're like at 3.5 hours. What's this one? The one. Never kill yourself. Billions must live. Happiness is real. It's never over. That was such a good game. Oh, I love Dempa. I love Dempa. Nyara, you genius. I gotta play Needy Streamer. I gotta play Needy Streamer. Maybe I'll watch the anime. Quadrillions must dream. Exactly. That was awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait to finish the rest of the endings. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we are starting another new game. What the freak? Fia's starting another new game already? What the freak? Tomorrow. Oh my goodness! Hello, Miss Henry. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid playing Paranoia. Wait, I know that game. It's the one where you're in a dungeon? No, not a dungeon. I'm looking it up. I'm double checking. Paranoia. You're not in a dungeon. You are in a dungeon. I knew it. Yeah, it's got the voxels. Oh my goodness. I got this on my wish list. I got this one on my wish list. Welcome in. I hope you had wonderful streams. Really, don't you call it co-op? Yeah, I gotta play it sometime. I've got it on my wish list. Brutally hard. Mamma mia. Honestly, every roguelite dungeon crawler is brutally hard in my experience. Me playing Binding of Isaac. Goes for real cheap. I'm gonna keep an eye for it to go on sale. But yeah. Love this emo and the original. Real. 좋아요. Where's my 좋아요. Much more brutal alone and co-op. That's how it is. That's honestly how it is. Honestly. I'll have to assemble a team. I'll assemble an elite team to dive into the dungeon. Speaking of, exactly. But yeah, tomorrow we are starting a new game. Never before seen on Fiamello channel. Never before even spoken of. What? New game? What the freak? The kind of game you would never expect. But maybe you would expect it. Tomorrow, we are playing a game called Ultimate Drummer. Don't look it up if you want to be surprised. If you want a real treat, don't look it up. If you don't want a treat and you want to get spoiled, then look it up. But if you already know it, then it doesn't matter. But if you don't know it, get ready to rock, because we're going to be drumming. We're going to be drumming. Let me tell you. Let me describe this game to you, okay? To hype you up. This game is like if Elden Ring was good. Yeah. Hype now, yeah. But you're hyped now. Yeah. Imagine if Elden Ring was good. Yeah. Mind-blowing. Get hype. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be awesome. It is going to be quite awesome sauce, if I do say so myself. Let me see. We are at the end of stream, so let's see who we're gonna raid. We're gonna go ahead and send the raid train again. We're going to send all of you guys out again. I know you guys just stopped in. I'm literally at the end of the stream. I would go longer, but alas, yes, we're going to raid train. Oh. Nah. I shan't. I mustn't. Awesome sauce. I love saying awesome sauce.
Return choo 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 choo. Let's see, who are we gonna all run into? Who are we slamming a train into? Let's see who's online. Who are we gonna slam a train into? Choo choo, better watch out. Stay off the tracks, cause we're coming. Beep beep. It is late for the marshmallow. This is true, this is true. I gotta go eat dinner. What if we raid? Wait, that game's out? Oh, it's a different game than I was thinking. Never mind. Have a good dinner, a good rest? I absolutely will. Let's raid. You know what? Let's get silly with it. Let's get silly with it. Let's get silly with it! Hold on, let me see if the stream is going to be... No, I think we're good. Okay. We're gonna raid Grogda. We're gonna raid Grogda. We're gonna raid Grogda. Grogda is starting the first day of trout season! Grogda's cool like that. She's got fish. Let me get us locked in. I think you'll be very surprised by her beautiful model in this moment. I'm gonna get us locked in. Alright. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for Ultimate Drummer. Boom, 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 boom. But until that time comes, I must once again say...